you son of a bitch. Cause Pawn's drunk loves you.
Keep it light, keep it light, keep it light. Get it light, get it light, get it light. Get the light beat going, get the light and get the light beat going. And get the light and get the light beat going. Get the light, get the light beat going. Get the light, yeah. And I'll sing it, and you lay it. Crossover, spin move, jump shot, Jay. The voice of Harlem, yes indeed. Let me tell you what I need. I need money, don't need fame. No beef, no 50, no game. I am the light. I keep it tight. With all my might. You know how I do it. I don't even need no music. No doors, threats. No music. No music. No music.
You already know. This is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. All right, my friend, all right. Kill that music, all right. Shout out, okay, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Okay. All right. 10 toes down. Shout out. First and foremost, shout out to the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. My guy, win, lose, or draw. My guy, I'm not like y'all. I don't abandon people like y'all do. Shout out to Newark, New Jersey. Steven, congratulations, Shakur Stevenson. Congratulations, Shakur Stevenson, 4-division world champion, 2-division lineal champion. I always said that when the smoke clears of this generation, it was going to be Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. I said nobody could beat Teo when his physical ability and intellect is coexisting at the highest level. Let me know if y'all hear me, folks. But Shakur Stevenson, if there's anybody that would beat Teofimo Lopez at his best, I always say, at his best, the one that got it may be that guy, Shakur Stevenson. All right? Y'all been following the channel? Y'all know I respect Shakur Stevenson. Also a fan of Shakur Stevenson. But Teofimo Lopez, and bit of supporter in and out the ring. I told y'all leading up to the fight that I bought a whole bunch of crows. I said I was going to marinate the crows. It was all marinated for this Saturday. Well, Sunday. I said that, hey, yo, shit, I'm going to make some crow omelets in the morning. Crow soup for lunch. Crow guisado with rice and beans. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me get this one. Hold on. Give me a second. Yes, in the building. Charles Edward Queso Colojón $3. Me dice. God bless you, my brother. God bless. Thank you, my guy de lo mío. Crow wings, sofrito con crow y arroz and pickled heirloom vegetables, top marinated crow sashimi. I know it was gonna be like that. Totally dominated right in front of him. Night Shakur is top 3 pounds, not 3, not 2. He's talking about number 1. Wow. Gotta give him his flowers. 21,000+ in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Wow. Broke the record of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. So at least both of these men, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, I told y'all when the smoke clears, it was going to be T.O. versus Shakur. And everybody came out. New York City was lit. New York City was lit. Madison Square Garden was lit. Tri-State area fighters, the best of the best. And this is what we got. Shout out to Charles Edward Queso in the building. Shout out to the members. Caesar in the building. Caesar in the building. It was good, Caesar. Caesar in the building. Low Nose Boxing in the building. What's good? What's good? The chat going fast. Wrong in the building. Wrong in the building. They want to, yo, Punch, you better eat that crow. Punch, you better eat that crow. But first and foremost, let me say like this. Let me start the crow party, the I told you so parade. I get it. Come to Punch on Boxing. I told you so parade. But if y'all, look, I'm gonna say it like this. Give me discredit Punch on Boxing all y'all want. But give me the same energy. I'll take it. 10 toes down. Down. My analysis, when I'm wrong, hey, yo, I eat the crow. But when I'm right, I want that same energy, the same energy that y'all give me the disrespect. Just give me my respect. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on the same day, on the same day, I did say that Josh Kelly was going to be Madrimov. That was my prediction. And I ain't see y'all come in full blast yesterday afternoon. But I get it. When I'm right, people scared to come out. And when I'm wrong, everybody remembers the name Punch Drunk Boxing. I get it. You don't want to give me props when I'm right. But when I'm wrong, it's a crow party, huh? Nobody wanted to eat my crow this afternoon. I get it. Yesterday afternoon. But now y'all all want me to eat the crow. Okay, guess what? We all gonna eat crows together. We all gonna eat the crows together. I'm cooking. I'm barbecuing. Y'all can sit on the seat just with me. Dímelo, Caesar. Punch. In your non-biased opinion, did Shakur beat the Teofimo that fought Loma, or was Shakur just better? I get it. I gotta get that. I gotta get the intro, Caesar. I gotta get the intro, but I'm gonna answer your question. I gotta get there. You feel me? I gotta get there. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. $20 beans. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, we just reached 110K. My New Year's resolution is a resolution for 2026 was to reach 110 subscribers. We reached that in January alone. So my New Year's, we got it already. We already got it. 110 subscribers. Shout out to the supporters, bro. Shout out to the supporters. Hey, yo, my thoughts says, good looking out with a $10 super chat. Comprar comida china, mi gente. Hey, yo, Punch, this was a masterclass put on by Shakur. I picked Tio, but what's the ideal next step for Tio after being dominated? Hey, yo, let me get to the intro, because then I'm going to skip and I'm going to answer. I got you. Trust me, I got you. I got you, Caesar. I got you, Thought. I got you, and I'm going to hold on to the question. Let me get the intro up. E-Man. Con los 5 pesos. E-Man. Tio was going against a lot of powers. He wasn't mentally there. No excuse. He lost. E-Man. Teofimo Lopez, first and foremost, don't have no excuse. He took his L like a professional, like a man, like a fighter. Gave props. Clap for Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Said hello. He talks to Terrence Crawford, and we're going to be talking about how Terrence Crawford tried to diss Tio after talking to him and stuff like that. But anyway, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? Even Shakur Stevenson, yo, I want my daughter to meet your son and stuff like that, because these guys known each other for so long. These guys known each other as a team, yo. And to be honest, folks, the good thing about that situation, Shakur, Tio, they don't hate each other at all. They know each other very, very well. Very, very well. They go way back. And like I said, I think Tio of course, nobody want to lose, but I think Teo losing or getting defeated by Shakur Stevenson, I think for him probably is more respectable than, you know what I'm saying, the split decision loss that he had with George Kambosos. I think he could live with that. I think he could. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. You lost to a guy that was already projected to be, you know what I'm saying, this pound for pound, the best of this era. He was already a prodigy. He was a silver Olympian. He was already promoted the way they were promoted. He had the machine behind him. He had the support behind him. He had Floyd Mayweather on speed dial. He had Terence Bud Crawford training with Terence Bud Crawford, training with Andre Ward. Had Turkey on this side. Got the machine on the side. Got the whole media on this side. Got everybody on their side. And you know what? He showed why, you know, to a lot of people that he proved them right. He proved them right. No excuses out here. Ain't no excuses out here. No excuses out here. Don't be putting that on us. No excuses out here. No excuses out here. Anybody that's lying on the chat, I'll block y'all. Because I'm here. I stand 10 toes down, baby. Take over. Teofimo Lopez. I stand 10 toes down. Ain't no excuses. No excuses from Teo. No excuses from Punch Drunk. No excuses from the Takeover fan base. Nah, we don't have no excuses. No excuses. Don't put that on me. I just want to start a narrative. Oh, your excuses. There ain't no excuses. No excuses. No, you out of here. You out of here. You out of here. You out of here. We out of here. You out of here. You out of here. You out of here. Anybody? Nah. I'm preaching real. If you ain't going, I'm being real with y'all. You ain't going to be real with me. I'm going to start some narrative. You get the fuck out of here, bro. Nah. We ain't going to have no liars. No liars. Anybody that's going to say excuses, you're going to be banned. Excuses. Shakur Stevenson won fair and square. Shakur Stevenson, great masterclass performance, great with the jab, great with the counter shots, great in positioning, the way that he was, you know, executing and stepping on his foot. So Teofimo Lopez won't lead with no jab. That was masterful right there. You know what I'm saying? I think the corner should have done a better job in telling the referee, hey, yo, look, he's doing that on purpose. I know it was Southpaw versus Orthodox, but he was doing it on purpose. But, hey, Shakur Stevenson, that is a great strategy that, you know what? Man, I think that, you know, a lot of people should learn from that. Teofimo Lopez step with the right hand, he'll step on his toes right there. He'll have his front feet. And he'll lock it in, and boom, you saw Teofimo Lopez off balance, and time and time that was very, very masterful by Shakur Stevenson. Anybody in the chat saying that we got excuses out here, you're gonna be banned. I'm not like these other channels out here. Creating narratives and creating excuses narratives. Hey, yo, you're going to downplay me, you out of here. Anybody? Let me see in the chat right quick. Right quick. We keep it real out here. You go to the other channels over there that have some you go to the mother channels that be like, oh, you snack. Go to the mother channels and say, oh, it's this. Go to the mother channels. Now over here, baby, we keep it real, unbiased, logically, and objectively. So, shout out again to Shakur Stevenson. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez for signing for the fight, for giving us a great fight. What's good? The hangout spot in the building. What's good? He had everybody. Teo need a new trainer. Teofimo, we gonna get the excuses. You out of here. Boom, bomb, out of here. Anybody say excuses? You out of here, because there ain't no excuses on my tongue. No excuses on my tongue. No excuse on my tongue. I'm going to eat my crow in peace. Showbiz, the keeper of objectivity. High, low. Hey, Punch Drunk Boxing. High, low. But I know. High, low. Hey, Punch Drunk. High, low. Ay, coño. Con los 2 pesos. Where you got? We gonna answer that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I said leading up to the fight, I think that Teofimo Lopez should have thrown more punches. Right? Teofimo Lopez didn't have the rhythm, looked out of rhythm. I mean, it was a very, very different Teofimo Lopez from the Honor Barbosa Teofimo Lopez. I think that Honor Barbosa, you see his athleticism. He was working on all cylinders. He was throwing tripling the jab. But I know people are gonna be like, yo, but that's Honor Barbosa and style make fights. the thing is, Shakur Stevenson, I call you. shout out to High Loco, los 2 pesos de plátano. The thing about Shakur Stevenson, I'm going to say it like this. Remember what I said? And a lot of people was trying to criticize me when I said that. Shakur Stevenson need to stand in the middle of the ring and take it from the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Shakur Stevenson never ran. Shakur Stevenson never was out there in the outside like that. Shakur Stevenson did everything he had to do to take it from the champion. So shout out to Shakur Stevenson. We never see not one inch of Shakur Stevenson backing up. We never see Shakur Stevenson in the rope. Probably seen like little clinch here and there and stuff like that, but that the action was in the middle of the ring. And you know what? Teofimo Lopez tried to box the what people consider the better technician boxer. I think that Teofimo Lopez was playing more of his game, more of a Shakur Stevenson style of fight, right? And I think that that Teofimo Lopez had every opportunity to push the action, to make it a little bit dirty, to use his athleticism a little bit more, to adjust in the middle rounds when he was doing the same thing, when Shakur was doing the same thing and stepping on his toes and stuff like that, and find the angles and stuff like that, like he did with Vasily Lomachenko. He did a better job with Vasily Lomachenko in analyzing it and identifying the angles and taking the angles away from Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez fought a little bit. And you got to credit also the good counter jab by Shakur Stevenson. But at the end of the day, I feel like Shakur Stevenson was right there in the middle of the ring. And I think that Shakur Stevenson gave him an opportunity to adjust, to capitalize and do something kind of different. I always say that Shakur Stevenson was going to be good with the 1s and 2s combination. I think if Teofimo Lopez would have thrown some 3s and 4s, I think because when you throw 3 to 4 combinations, that's when Shakur Stevenson, you usually don't like to counter. He'll stay and be on totally 100% defensive mode, and he won't counter that. But he's very, very good in defending one placement shots, like 1 shot or 2 shots. You know what I'm saying? I think Teofimo Lopez was invested to dictate going to the body. And I think he should have adjusted there. I believe that he didn't throw jabs, and you could see the difference. When Teofimo Lopez throws his jab, he makes his fight way easier. I feel like he abandoned the jab. Like almost totally abandoned the jab. And I'm not talking about the flanking jab where you touching the Shakur's gloves and stuff like that, and they count that as jabs in the copy box. I think that Teofimo Lopez abandoned the jab and just was trying to dictate and enter the front door with a straight right hand to the body and stuff like that. And then he did again. Shakur Stevenson did a wonderful job in dictating the foot game, the positioning game. And I think it was all people talk about footwork, right? And when people talking about footwork, they talk about the footwork, being agile, having rhythm in the outside. But it was the footwork in the middle of the ring. It was the placement. Shakur Stevenson just Teofimo Lopez jab, neutralized Teofimo Lopez. He landed when he threw some combination, threw some hooks to the body. You can see that he landed some hooks. I just think that it was inconsistency. I think in the 8th round where he put some punches together and stuff like that, I really thought that right there, Teofimo Lopez did adjust. And I think that right there in the 8th round, if Teofimo Lopez would have sustained that momentum and go into winning the 8th round, right? And then going to the 9th round, and then the 10th and the 11th, and then the 12th. If he would have sustained that, then it would have been a very, very, very interesting fight in that 8th round. Because if you look at the 9th round, Shakur Stevenson didn't do too much anything different. I think right there he took his foot off the gas in the 9th round, in which he had great momentum going into the 9th round after the flurry, after he put him on the ropes, after he threw some more combination punches, and then you could see the athleticism, and then he felt the fans. He was trying to get the fans into it, because even though that Shakur Stevenson was doing a great job, it was a very tactical boxing matchup that the fans wasn't really into it like that. It wasn't an exciting. If you're a hardcore, you was like, damn, Shakur Stevenson doing a wonderful job. But for the casual, I was in the arena. It wasn't that type of energy, right? And then with Teo in the 8th round, it looked like okay, no, and I was saying, okay, now he's getting more athletic. Okay, he's about to get into it. I think he's making the adjustment. Now he understands that he needs to pressure him. And I thought that he was going to do that leading after the 8th round. He did it. But more props to Shakur Stevenson, man. Props to Shakur Stevenson. If you honestly believe you know what Teo could have done, you need to be a champ. I mean, look, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. I know. Look. Because if y'all, the more that y'all disrespect Teo, the more Shakur Stevenson win is not a great win. So let's give credit to Shakur Stevenson, who he was fighting, so he could get the ultimate credit. If Teo wasn't all this, and that's why I was trying to tell the people. I know y'all don't like punch run boxing when I talk about the takeover, but Teofimo Lopez is a 2-time lineal champion. Teofimo Lopez, the one that started it all of this generation and daring to be great. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. He was pound for pound. He beat Josh Taylor, moving up to the 140-pound division versus George Kambosos, but he rose to the occasion again, and he got into the position of being a pound-for-pound caliber fighter once again. So, Shakur Stevenson was stepping inside the ring with a reigning 2-division lineal champion. The more y'all want to shit on Teo, the more discredited his win is going to get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could play that as boxing fans. I just say this. I mean, you want to go to the other channels, and the channel's going to start creating narratives. I think y'all in the right place, because this channel ain't going to create no narrative for anybody. I still rock 10 toes down with Teofimo Lopez. I believe that Teofimo Lopez, I think grace doesn't come with perfection. I think no greatness in the history of the sport does not come without a comeback story. And if there's one guy that we know in the sport of boxing that could come right back with a loss, is Teofimo Lopez. He proved to you that he did it before, and I believe that Teofimo Lopez, that's not going to the 147-pound division. I think that, look at Mario Barry's going to be facing Ryan Garcia. That'll be a good fight. Hey, Devin Haney, still a good fight. Devin Haney searching for an opponent right now, right? Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, 147-pound division, right? We seen Gervonta Tan Davis Slack versus Lamar Roach. We seen Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Garcia got knocked out by Gervonta Tan Davis. We seen Devin Haney got knocked out by, got pummeled by Ryan Garcia. We seen all these guys struggle. The only one that's come unblemished is Shakur Stevenson. We seen Teofimo Lopez. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. For all those that have been saying that, man, you want boxing to be what it used to be. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in that time. We are all in that time. Throw your feelings at who your favorite fighter is. Because back in the days, what was the golden era? Right? The 4 kings, right? Well, guess what? We got all 4 kings still in effect. Some of them lose. Roberto Duran was not undefeated. Sugar Ray Leonard was not undefeated. Hearns was not undefeated. Hagler was not undefeated. Did they all fight each other? Yes. Did they all lose to one another? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our era right here. We had Shakur Teo. Shakur beat Teo. Ryan beat Devin. Ryan lost to Gervonta Tan Davis. Gervonta Tan Davis, hey, we probably, get a Tanker versus Shakur. Tank is back. He's bailed out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our era. This is our era. Look at the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the bigger picture. I know, man, Teo done. Look at the bigger picture. Teo goes to 147. He fights Devin Haney. Let's say Teo beats Devin Haney. Where we at? Let's say Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrios. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, the rematch. Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia. Where we at? Let's say Teofimo Lopez fights Ryan Garcia. And then let's say Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrios. Teofimo Lopez moves to the 147-pound division. He fights Ryan Garcia. And then Teo beats Ryan. Where we at? Ladies and gentlemen, this is great for boxing. This is not to shit on the guy that lost and say he's done. He's not going to be back. These are weak-minded boxing analysis on YouTube, on Twitter. We are in the golden era once again. We on the golden era, baby. So he said, what shocked me was Shakur's strength, speed, advantage. Also shocked me, Teo didn't throw 3s and 4s. Facts. Combination and go out of his shield. He kept trying to get one good one, and I hated him. He tried to get, I think it was too much trying to trying to get that one shot, and so anything could open up after. And then if he don't get that one shot, then it's almost like a reset. It's almost like a reset. Let me get that straight right hand to the body and stuff like that. Let me get that straight right hand to the body. All right, let me get that straight right hand to the body. It's not working. Let me get that straight hand to the body. Damn, it's not working. Okay, it's work right there, but all right, how effective it was. At the end of the day, we all in the sport of boxing is 4 criteria, right? When they say clean, effective punches, yeah, he's landing a couple of straight right hands to the body, but it's not effective enough. The effective that we saw was the jab and the counter jab by Shakur Stevenson. What's good, Dory? What's good? He said, love the channel punch. Nothing but love. I got T.O. getting another belt at 147. There you go. That's a fan right there. That's a fan. We need to stop being fans. You know what it is? We need to stop being a bunch of boxing, quote unquote, boxing fans, always telling people to dare to be great. And when they go and dare to be great or fight the best, you write them off after they lose. No, keep him there. Y'all supposed to say, you know what? Shit, guess what? A lot of people, put it this way. Good looking out with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. A lot of people say, yo, but Roberto Duran and a lot of people's pound for, and a lot of people all-time great list, in a lot of people all-time great list, they have Roberto Duran over Hagler, over Leonard, over Hearns. Duran got knocked out by Hearns in the second round, ladies and gentlemen. Duran got knocked out by Hagler, ladies and gentlemen. Duran quit versus Sugar Ray Leonard, ladies and gentlemen. But we still respect them as the kings. We never took the crown away from them. We love to praise the past. But if we really take a good look at what we have today, if we really took a good look at what we have today, this is our era. Yo, Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler fought when Hagler was 33 years old and Leonard was 31, and everybody always talking about it. We had Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, 28 years old, fight 28 years old. We had Devin Haney, 26, fighting a 27-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to give credit to this era. Maybe the reason why boxing is not what it used to be is because we got a whole bunch of fan base that doesn't appreciate what's right in front of them. You showed your hate for Moreno. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't say that when I pick Demetrius Andre. You don't say that when I'm supporting Jamel Charlo. You don't say that when I support Jamal Charlo. You're not coming to my channel when we have hold on, because I'm tired of motherfuckers like this. You're not here on my channel when Earl Spitz when he went through and we had a live praying for him. You're not here when we praying for Andre Adrian Broner on multiple lives praying that, you know what I'm saying, that he gets better for with his alcoholism. You're not here. You're not here. You're not here when we praising the Charlo brothers. You're not here when we pray, when we also give credit to, I've called Shakur Stevenson, I called Teofimo Lopez the captain of the generation, and Shakur Stevenson the general. Huh? You're not here? You're not here? Now, what you are is that you just want people to praise the blacks, and you don't give a fuck about Latinos or Asians. You're the type of dude that be like, oh, you know, who doesn't fight nobody. Huh? You're not here when Punch on Boxing had Stephen Fulton number 10 on the pound for pound list, when nobody in the sport of boxing had him number 10 or he went on the pound for pound list after he beat Brandon Figueroa. Fuck out of here, bro. Put that coat on you, bro. Put that coat on you, you racist bitch. Put that coat on you. Over here, we international. We support everybody. Inoue, Japanese. Usyk, the best, pound for pound, number 1. Ukraine, Shakur Stevenson. We show his culture love too. Black and Puerto Rican, like he has. Fuck out of here, bro. If we support Canelo, Mexicano. If we support los Dominicanos, los Puertorriqueños, los Cubanos. Vete de aquí, maldito palomo. You're the fucking racist that comes to my channel, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. This is international. Look at that pound for pound list, bro. It's worldwide. It's worldwide over here, bruh. Fuck out of here, bro. These motherfuckers are the type that you just a fan of somebody else. No, you're the type of dude that likes to my channel and you just want me to talk about one race. Nah, bro. I'm international, bro. It's the human race. We love everybody. Everybody, bro. Everybody. Y'all the type of motherfuckers that got mad at Shakur Stevenson because he was showing love to his Puerto Rican side. And then when Puerto Ricans are saying, yo, Shakur Stevenson is Puerto Rican, y'all be the type of motherfuckers that be like, no, he black. Shut the fuck up. He's using the Puerto Rican shit. Nah, his father is black. Y'all just didn't want to respect that his father is black. It's Puerto Rican. Fuck out of here, bro. Ain't nobody was talking race over here. And matter of fact, this fight with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez was not even promoted with race. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers always coming out here with race, bro. Leave that shit alone. All the time, bruh. Nobody here was talking about race. Ain't nobody here want no division. Shakur half Latino. Yeah, man. That shit's whack, bruh. Always doing that to one another, bro. I never met no Asian. Hey, yo, I don't mean no Japanese coming to Punch Drunk Boxing and say, oh, Punch Drunk Boxing. Why do you like the black fighters and the Latino fighters? Oh, Punch Drunk Boxing. Why you was going for Josh Kelly? Why'd you go for white man? Why'd you go for white man? I never see no damn Japanese going to anybody else's channel saying that, well, your fighter never beat nobody. Your fight. Oh, the same motherfucking people always coming over here, man, bringing that race shit, bro. Don't no fucking Japanese go to no fucking YouTube channel and say, why you talking about Eno Uy like that? What has Stephen Fulton done? Who has he beaten? You tell me, Javante Davis, who has he beaten? If you saw that Eno Uy have not beaten nobody, who has he beaten? You black fighters don't fight nobody. You Latino don't fight nobody. You ain't never seen all of a sudden Eno Uy doesn't fight nobody. All of a sudden, because Eno Uy is getting master love, all of a sudden, because Eno Uy is getting master love, of now a bunch of channels all of a sudden saying, you know what, man, he ain't fighting nobody. Nah, man, because he's getting praised all of a sudden. Eno Uy been in championship fights since his 6th fight. Eno Uy been fighting for a decade, straight championship fights, over 17 championship fights, and all of a sudden, man, you know what? Nah, because y'all getting praised. There's a culture of people that just are haters. They don't like people getting praised. They don't like that. Why you don't move up to fight Javante Davis? Yeah, I said Teo was gonna win. And I'm going to say that Teofimo Lopez is going to become a world champion at 147-pound division. The takeover's here, bitches. What? Fuck out of here, bruh. You the type of dudes that jump wagons out here, bruh. 10 toes down. No excuses. We just move on. We go back to the drawing board, motherfuckers. We go back to the drawing board, bruh. I know my guy. My guy been out. I know my guy. He been counted out. But guess what? He proved y'all motherfucking bitches wrong when he beat Josh Taylor. And then y'all come with narrative. Well, Josh Taylor, he wasn't nobody. Man, stop it. Y'all already had excuses coming. If he would have beaten Shakur, y'all would have been like, well, Shakur only fought, Pally, and Shakur didn't really beat nobody like Chill. And Shakur was moving up. Fuck out of here, bruh. Hey, Teo, hey, yo, shout out to Shakur, bro. Shout out to Shakur, man. Hey, yo, I say if it's anybody, shit, gotta be Shakur. Nobody beat Shakur from 147. I know, hey, yo, look, it got mood swings. The boxing world got mood swings. Y'all in the mood swing right now. We all got mood swings. I get it. When Shakur Stevenson ran from Edo de los Santos, all y'all dudes was making fun of him. Hey, yo, when Shakur Stevenson was running for Edo de los Santos, the whole boxing world got on him. Now he's the king of this generation now, right? It's mood swings out here, bro. It's mood swings. When T.O.B. Loma, hey, yo, he doing Javante Davis dirty work, motherfuckers. He lose to George Cambosa, all right, he a bum. He beat Josh Taylor. He back. Devin Haney lose to Ryan Garcia. Hey, yo, he should retire. You know what I'm saying? Fire Bill Haney. He comes in and wins versus Brian Norman Jr. Now they want Brian Jr. out. Brian Jr. was the boogeyman at 147. Not Brian Norman Jr. ain't nothing. Fuck out of here, bro. Y'all stay on y'all wave, man. We gonna keep it consistent out here. Wrong. Colo 20 peso. What comes next is always more important than what happened. Tio will be back. Of course, he's going to be back like all of our great fighters in the past be back, ladies and gentlemen. Like almost 90% of the great fighters. When Mike Tyson came back out of jail, he came right back, became a world champion. Teofimo Lopez came back, became a world champion. Devin Haney came back from the most embarrassing year of 2024, became an embarrassment. Now ain't nobody talking shit about Devin Haney no more. Right, wrong? Right? The mood swings out here, bro. The mood swing. The difference between me and a lot of people out here, I got a channel. I show my face every day. I be in arenas every day. Not every day, but every fight. I can show my face. People can hide with their predictions. People hide. Because I know when I'm picking right, motherfuckers would have been scattered like crazy. I would have been, I told been hounding you. Happy to see back punch, of course. Of course. Good looking now with the 2 beans de plátano. Motherfucker want to act like they geniuses and perfect here. Punch, you pick Tio. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers pick Buster Douglas to beat Mike Tyson too, right? Y'all motherfuckers always right. I like being right. I like being wrong. It's part of being a fucking fan, bruh. It's part of being a fucking fan, bruh. I'm a Knicks fan, bruh. We haven't won at E3. Y'all motherfuckers the type to be like, oh shit, see the Super Bowl. Oh, that motherfuckers, the Seahawks are bums, bro. Nah, bruh. The best fight in the best, somebody gotta lose. The best fight in the best, somebody gotta lose. Huh? Let me see everybody. Let me know right now. Hey, yo, everybody right now, we got the Super Bowl coming up. Let me know who's your favorite NFL team. Put it in the chat right now. Let me see how many winners out here. Hey, yo, who's your team in the NFL? And I don't want to see a bunch of Seahawks in New England. Because I know we got a lot of football fans in the boxing world. Let me see how geniuses you are. Let me see. Look, the Caesar said Cowboys. Oh my God, Vikings. Oh Lord, yo. Oh shit, you got it wrong, bro. Quinn, you got it wrong, bro. Rum squad in the building. Giants, you got it wrong. New York Jets. Oh my God, you already know we got it wrong. Steelers. Everybody losers out here, right? Everybody, you know, eating them crows out here. Bills, almost Raiders. Oh Lord, fuck out of here. Why y'all acting like y'all perfect? Ravens. It's only 2 teams in the Super Bowl, so all y'all motherfuckers is dumb. Don't know shit about the NFL. Y'all don't know shit. Your fantasy game is trash. Look at y'all. Y'all know shit. Y'all know nothing. Look at y'all. Right? It's a fucking sport. People forget it's a sport, bro. It's a sport. Texans. Oh, Lord. The Texans. Y'all coming into the NFL season. My team gonna make it. Motherfucker, y'all been out in the first 5 weeks. Nah. Get back. Nah. You ain't know you're not my producer. You're not my producer. We get back to boxing when we want to get back to boxing. Let me answer a couple of the super chat question of the early on. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. All right. A punch. And did Shakur beat Teofimo Lopez that fought Loma, or was Shakur just better? I'm not going to take it away from Shakur by saying that he fight Teo the Loma. I think that Shakur beat the Teo that fought Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I think that yesterday. Do I believe that Teofimo Lopez could go back to the drawing board and show us a whole different type of Teo? Yes. Do I think that Teofimo Lopez has the intellect and physical ability to come back to? If there was a future rematch, of course, you got to get back into that position and stuff like that for people to believe that we want to see that again, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to get some good wins under your belt, right? Or a huge win, Because think about it, if Teofimo Lopez goes to the 147-pound division and then he looked everything like a mixture of the Barbosa and the Lomas and shit like that, okay. And let's say if Shakur Stevenson, let's say if he struggle in his next, people, this is going to be a roller coaster feeling. This is boxing. Like I said, we like to praise back in the day shit. We love to praise them like they're some invincible kings, bro. We praise them like they're gods. Is that we're living in a time right now and we know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we just know stories that your uncle told you and your father told you. You wasn't out there in the early 80s watching them, feeling Roberto Duran and the world sports saw him say no mas. But he's a king, though. He's a king. Everywhere Roberto Duran goes, oh my God, Roberto Duran. We're living in a moment. Appreciate this moment. Appreciate the greatness of Shakur Stevenson, but appreciate the greatness of Teofimo Lopez, which make the win with Shakur Stevenson great. Look at the position these guys are in right now. And guess what? All that shit talking that I hear constantly, about this generation. Why? We just had Shakur versus Teo. We had Devin versus Ryan, like I said. We had Tank versus Ryan, despite the catch weight and rehydration clause. Let's not act like there's like Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez and a bunch of these dudes didn't have the greats didn't have rematch clauses and shit. Rehydration and catch weights. Let's stop acting like this just started now. What's next for look, Shakur versus Conor Ben? Is that the fight that y'all want to see next? Imagine if fucking Gervonta Tank Davis was in New York. I say, yo, I want to fight. I want you to come back to 135. The whole world would be like, oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say we got Teo versus Devin Haney in May. Well, I can't be in May because he got the stitches. But let's say Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney in the summer. Y'all don't want that fight? Y'all don't want that fight because y'all don't like the performance? Slick said, member speaker. What's good, Slick? What's good, Slick? What's good, Caesar? What's good? Let me know. Or y'all on some, nah, man, fuck that shit. I don't want to see no fucking Teo and Devin Haney. Fuck them. What y'all want to see? Y'all want to write him off? Y'all want him to retire? What y'all want to see at 147? He's going to get hurt. That's what we do as boxing fans, bro. No, why we get scared for fighters? Well, you want me to fight some tomato cans to get right back up? Think Teo needs a tune-up? I mean, boxing world, it was off. People be faking when they like to bring the back in the day shit. You guys, a lot of you guys don't like what y'all don't like back in the days. Y'all use back in the days to shit on today. Because as soon as fighters be calling out to dare to be great, you guys, man, fuck that. Hell no, I want to see that fucking fight. He said Teo versus George Kambosos 2. After George Kambosos haven't even won the fight since Devin Haney. That's the fight that y'all want? All right. That's a tune-up. Hey, yo. He says, this dude is always crying, mad annoying. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, do you think y'all think I'm crying and annoying, or I'm just keeping it real? Have I been shitting on Shakur and the victory? What this guy's talking about? Let me see. Edgar Cologne. If five people in 15 seconds say, Punch, you was not crying, I'm gonna block you. If they say, yo, Punch, you crying, if they validate your statement, you stay on the channel. Let me see. Crying about the Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, yes or no? Let me see. If 5 people say, yeah, no, you crying, we're gonna keep you. I ain't gonna block you. Let me see. I chose Shakur the best in the world. Caesar said no. Go. He said, nah, you wasn't crying. Let me see. Kick him out. No crying. Thank you. All right. Edgar gotta go. Yeah, we don't like fake people on Punch Drunk Boxing. Give me that energy. If I'm giving you some good energy, yeah. We're gonna put him on timeout. Let's say now we ain't gonna block him. Let's put him on timeout. Teach him a lesson or something like that. Let's put him on timeout. Let's put him on timeout. We're gonna put him on timeout. We're gonna put him on timeout. We don't like liars out here. We don't like lies. If I'm crying and I'm making excuses, disagree with me, not disrespect me, but give me the same energy I'm giving y'all. That's it. That's it, right? Look at the head I got, baby. You crazy? I don't give a fuck if it's a million people supporting Tio or 10 people supporting Tio, bruh. Tio is great for this generation, just like Shakur is, just like Devin is, just like Ryan is, just like Tank is, just like now Keyshawn Davis is, just like Boots is, just like Virgil. The more we pick it, have great analysis, we truly don't know what's gonna happen in the ring. I didn't know that Teofimo Lopez was gonna perform like that. I didn't know that Teofimo Lopez was not gonna throw. That was just gonna throw 400 punches. I know that's not gonna cut it. I know the 400. I think there was 400 punches, right? For 400 or 500 punches. I said that Teofimo Lopez will have to throw 600 or 700 punches. You know what I'm saying? Because we believe in the defense of Shakur Stevenson. He said Devin stops Tio. No wonder why he always dug Debo. Now he didn't fight him because the turkey reason. Tio need to fight the winner of Ryan. Yes, that would be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. Ryan Garcia. I got Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios. If Devin Haney, if Devin Haney can get the Ryan Garcia rematch, a unification bout 147-pound division, Tio and Ryan, if Ryan is victorious, will be a good fight. Or it's not. Y'all want me to fight George Camboso, or y'all want to fight Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez? Which y'all want as boxing fans? Y'all want Crockett? Which y'all want? Y'all want Adrian Broner and Teofimo Lopez, or y'all want Ryan Garcia and Tio? $119 and $109 is bad. Hey, yo, it's bad, bro. It is. It's not. There's no way to call it. You know what I'm saying? It is. You know, Teofimo Lopez will have to go back to the drawing board. Teofimo Lopez will have to go back to the drawing board and make adjustments, just like everybody else has to make adjustments. Just like everybody else. They saying Tank will knock out Tio. Yeah, but after the Roach fight, ain't nobody was saying that. So ladies, just start with the roller coaster feelings. When somebody do bad, y'all say they a bum and they shit. Become that shit. So I'm saying good performance, like Shakur Stevenson did, like Tio has done, like Devin has done. Remember, they said that Devin Haney can't. His power won't transition, and he proved even me wrong. He went to the 140-pound division and he dropped Regis Prograis. We don't know if his power going to transition to the next division. He dropped Brian Norman Jr. I already know that he was going to beat Brian Norman Jr. I said that Brian Norman Jr. was the most manufactured fighter in the sport of boxing of the young dudes. He said you was just dishonest about Tio's weakness, bro. What was I was dishonest about Tio's weakness? Hold on. Let me get this one. I dishonest about Teofimo Lopez's weakness. Let me know. Teach me. Teach me. Tio is going to be small at 147. Maybe. We don't know, bro. We don't know. Let me know if y'all hear me good? Hold on. Give me a second. Yo. All right. This snack guys are getting no snack. Victor Conte, God rest his soul. He ain't here. People can't use that excuse. Don't take nothing away from Shakur Stevenson. I think that Teofimo Lopez could go back to the drawing board and make a good account of himself. I think that he just couldn't find his rhythm, man. Shakur Stevenson did his part to work that jab, counter the jab, stay in the middle of the ring. Did pretty good, man. He was working on all cylinders, man. He was highly confident of everything. He probably, that game plan was to a T. Teofimo Lopez, he didn't get fazed by his potential athleticism, his power, nothing like that. When you know somebody and you're comfortable with that person, and I think that Shakur Stevenson, I think that Teofimo Lopez, he just didn't execute whatever plan that he probably had coming inside the ring. You know what I'm saying? And I said this before. I said, now I'm gonna go to the mental part of things, right? He said, High-Low said the old takeover is gone. Lottery boy is born. I'm gonna say it like this: Punch, stop ducking the trainer question. I don't know. Leave a super chat. I don't know, Miami. What was the trainer question? What's the trainer question y'all want me to ask? What's the trainer question? Because I don't see. I see a lot of chat. Anybody got a trainer question or the corner question? Remember, I'm in the stadium. I'm in the arena. I didn't see. I know a lot of people was talking about what happened in the corner. People saying that senior didn't give instructions or whatever stuff like that. I was in this. I was in the arena. I didn't get to see what y'all saw. Still look at the fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen a couple clips here and there. What's the question of the corner? I didn't see the fight on TV. I was in Madison Square Garden. Tio need to change trainers. We've been listening to that ever since the Nakatani fight. Mill City in the building was good. I've been hearing that shit since he was before the Lomachenko fight. He beat Lomachenko. He should change trainers after the George Camboso fight, right? And then he went on to beat Josh Taylor when he went to the 140-pound division several fights later. And then I feel like he struggled with Jermaine Ortiz. I needed another trainer. Then he was going to work with Eddie Reynoso, right? But then Eddie Reynoso, he looked bad with Canelo Alvarez and how Canelo Alvarez was performing. And Teofimo Lopez looked great versus Arnold Barbosa. So, yeah, I could understand, but y'all be flip-flopping when he does need a trainer and keep your mouth shut when Teofimo Lopez gets some good wins. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, y'all. Am I right or wrong? Am I lying? I'm flying. Y'all say fire Tio's trainer, fire his dad, but then he'll get a Loma win after the Nakatani, right? Then he's trainer of the year. Okay, now he loses to George Camboso. He should fire his dad. Then he goes to the 140-pound division, gets some wins, and get the Josh Taylor fight. Fire his dad. Eddie Reynoso steps in. Y'all made fun of him that Teofimo Lopez is not going to perform. Y'all say that he was flat. Then he looked like he looked at versus Arnold Barbosa, and y'all ain't saying anything about his father. And people were saying that his father was giving him some good instruction in the Barbosa fight. So now in this fight, it's fire his father because he's the trainer. When Vasily Lomachenko loses to Salido, loses to Tio, loses to Devin, right? I never heard anybody say Lomachenko should fire Papachenko. Oh, I get it. You don't understand. Maybe Papachenko is saying the same shit that Teofimo Lopez Sr. is saying, but in his language, but you don't understand it. Maybe Papachenko is telling Crane when Teofimo Lopez had a complete shutout in the first half of the fight. What you doing? What you doing? I don't know. But what are you doing? Punch! What are you doing? Come on, to defeat the power. What is going on? You're not taking any punches. I got kill your chair. Y'all don't understand Papachenko. You don't think Papachenko was mad? Huh? That Lomachenko was on handcuffs in the first half of the fight, but y'all don't say fire Papachenko. y'all don't say fire Papachenko. Y'all motherfuckers just love to say fire fathers. Y'all want Bill Haney to go. Y'all want Tio Sr. to go. Y'all want who else to go? Y'all wanted Crazy Angel to go. Who else y'all want to go? Who else? Y'all always want the father. Y'all never say that the other guys when they're losing. Why nobody never said, yo, Lomachenko should fire Papachenko? Has anybody, put it this way, hey, yo, anybody in the boxing world, media, independent media, YouTubers, does anybody you ever heard made a video and say, yo, Lomachenko should fire Papachenko? Anybody? Show me the video. Show me the tweet. Losing to a 23-year-old, losing to Devin Haney, a 25, 24-year-old? Huh? Nobody never said that. He said Loma is different. Nah, man, it's culture. That's what it is. We got a culture of hate. We hate great fathers. Just like in basketball, when they telling the sons to leave their father, LeVar Ball, when he got 3 sons campaigning to be in the NBA, bro. Yo, fire your father, bro. Leave your father. In America, bro. In America. Do you know how hard it is to make it to the NBA? He had 3 sons. 3 sons. At one time in the league. And the world, the sports world was saying, hey, yo, tell your father LeVar to shut up. That's America. That's America. Art of boxing. The only reason T.O. Pickett this far in his career is because of his talent, not his father. He should get off his whole team, and it's be proven in all his fights after Camboso. What about the Josh Taylor fight and the Barbosa fight? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez also was training with Stacy. You know what I'm saying? Stacy was the trainer as well. Stacy was training Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Stacy was also in the corner giving some instructions. And of course, Teofimo Lopez Sr. was giving some instructions as well. And I'm not saying that the game plan or whatever, or the clips that I've seen, I only seen 2 clips, to be honest. I haven't looked at the fight. I'm going to look at the fight later on at night to see the commentating and stuff like that. I usually don't be following the commentators and stuff because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they can't teach me anything really. You know, commentating sometimes are very biased or whatever, you know. But I haven't listened. I just listened to a couple clips, and when he said, Senior said, what's the clip that is going viral right now? That he said, what's that? Where your power at? You know what I'm saying? I think that they had a game plan going in. I spoke to Stacy. I spoke to T.O. I spoke to T.O. Sr. You know what I'm saying? They had a game plan going in. I think first he didn't execute the game plan. Also that maybe you know what it is? It's kind of like it's kind of like this, I feel. Sometimes you don't got to say too much and you know what your dad is talking about. You got to understand there's chemistry relationships. You got to understand that's his father. That's his son. There's certain things that's probably that have been worked on. So when he says something out of the what in other people's ears. Like if he says, yo, wait, you ain't shifting and this like that. There's languages and game plan and stuff like that maybe people want to hear how to do it. When Teddy Atlas gives a motivational speech to Moore, he ain't told them a strategy. He gave him a motivational speech, right? Anybody likes? Let me ask you a question. When Teddy Atlas gave that emotional speech, that wasn't a strategy. What about when Andre Ward got dropped? When Andre Ward got dropped by Kovalev, and Hunter gave him a motivational speech. He didn't tell him what to do. He didn't tell him how to do it. He gave him a motivational speech, right? Let me ask you a question. Does everybody like Tito Trinidad? Anybody like Tito Trinidad? Anybody respects Tito Trinidad? In the chat. Because that's also, I come from that era as well. Everybody respect Tito Trinidad? Yes or no in the chat? Dime yes or no. Okay? I'm talking to you, everybody. Yes or no? Do you respect Tito Trinidad? The fact that no one knows. Respect, yeah. Yes, Caesar says yes. Do I respect Tito Trinidad Sr., who was the trainer of the year? Do I respect Tito Trinidad Sr.? He said, hell yes. Trinidad that was levels above C. No. Both of them have trainer of the year awards. One apiece. I'm gonna show you the difference between Tio Sr. and Tito Trinidad Sr. Sí, señor. Me dice sí, señor. All right. So when Tito Trinidad needs to make adjustments, this is Tito Trinidad Sr. Smack the motherfucker in the face. Vamos, estúpido, vamos. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo, cabrón? I come from that era. Oh, yeah. I come from that era. Ain't nobody never said, yo, Tito Trinidad, fire your father. Tito Trinidad, in every fight, he will come from behind and with that smack in the face, my brother. Tito Trinidad comes back and hits you with a left hook and knock your ass out. No me vengan ustedes, you none of you motherfuckers in the chat have ever made a world champion? ¿Qué ustedes están hablando? ¿Ah? Dime, mi gente. ¿Ah? I ain't lying over here. I ain't lying. Ain't none of you motherfuckers in the chat never made a world champion? What the fuck y'all know about making a world champion? Who the fuck y'all know that can make a Teofimo Lopez? Who are you? You can't even make a Devin Haney. You can't make a Ryan Garcia. You can't make a Boots Ennis. You can't make a Danny Garcia. What are you talking about, fire the father? Usted tan palomo. Nah. Hey, yo, every son in the sport of boxing, don't fire your father. Stick with your father. Yo soy papá también. Usted tan palomo. Nah, stick to your fathers, bro. All the sons in the sport of boxing. Fuck everybody. Stick with your father, bro. Win, lose, or draw, bro. Usted tan loco, eh? Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers in the chat ever made a world champion. Usted tan palomo. Dime. Anybody in the chat? Yeah, I want to promote y'all. Matter of fact, I want to promote y'all sons right now in the chat. Any boxers, any father trainers right now that got their sons? I'll send y'all the link right now. Anybody right now that got a world champion right now, that is a father trainer right now in the chat. I want to promote y'all right now. We got 231 people. We got 50. I'll give you a 10-minute interview. Vamos. Nah. Answer what I'm saying. Answer what I'm saying. Nah, don't take it back on me. Answer what I'm saying. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat right now? Any trainer right now that got a son a world champion right now? Hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez Sr. stays, motherfucker. I told everybody, Nostradamus se va a quedar ahí, mimito, mi hermano. Váyase para la mierda. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. Hey, yo, Teo Sr., wherever you at, I got the bottle. We're going to be drinking all fucking night. Que se vayan para la mierda ustedes. Tío, que se vayan para la mierda, you boxing world, the boxing world. Get the fuck out of here, like Canelo Alvarez told Dimitri Andre. All the boxing for you. Like I said, all because of Tio's talent. And the difference between Tio's father and Tito Trinidad is just that Trinidad lost at the end of his career. I'm not saying that lost the end of his career. Que Tito Trinidad, el maestro, used to slap the shit out of his son while he already getting ready to get punched in the face. Tito Trinidad Sr. would slap the shit out of his son to get his attention. And like I said before, every father and son, ustedes son papá. Yo, I'm going to tell you like this. I can look at my son playing ball, right? He's playing ball, play ball in high school and then college. And my son could make a basket. He could get a turnover. And my son would look at me. And I'm like, and my son said, okay, I got it. Already built my playing basketball by the age of 2-3 years old. I don't even have to say me have a chemistry. He know what I'm talking about. If I give him a look, he know what it means. Y'all guys, put it this way. Y'all haven't noticed. You guys may think that Teofimo Lopez Sr. is wild. He's been with his dad his whole life. What you think is crazy for Tio is not crazy. You can understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Vete para la mierda usted. Vete para la mierda. You black out of here. Vete para la mierda usted. Vete para la mierda. Get the fuck out of here. Con mi hijo no hable, maldito estúpido. Con los hijos no me hable, oíste. Punch, real talk. You know? Shakur grandfather taught Shakur to have confidence. Okay, shout out to Wally. Shout out to Wally. Okay? But mira cómo come mierda ustedes son. I'm going to hit him right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to hit him right here where it hurts. Leading up to the fight, nobody was respecting Wally. Nobody. Before leading up to this fight, nobody respect Wally. Y'all motherfuckers would respect Terrence Buck Crawford like he was the one that's training Shakur Stevenson. Where is Wally's Trainer of the Year award? Where is Wally's trainer? Why people don't say, you know what, guys? You know who has the best defense in boxing? It's Shakur. You know what all these fighters should go? Train with Wally. Get the fuck out of here. I hear more people say go train with Derrick James and Eddie Reynoso and Robert Garcia. Why nobody says, yo, train with Wally? Get the fuck out, liars, bruh. Why I never heard no boxing content creator, no independent media, no promotional entity say, you know what? We're building a fighter. Damn, he got the best defense in the world. Yo, take him to Wally in New Jersey. Shakur grandfather taught Shakur to have confidence. Oh, yeah, but when Shakur ran versus Edgar de los Santos, where was his praise? He did not get hit. Mentirosos son ustedes. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You guys are liars. You guys are mid-swingers and shit like that. Somebody wins. Oh, my God, they're all of this. And when somebody struggles, they're bums. Get the fuck out of here. You guys don't give a fuck about Wally. Y'all never spoke about Wally. Y'all never spoke about Wally, bro. And Shakur Stevenson been unblemished his whole career. Matter of fact, you know what I heard? I've been hearing, Tio should go with Eddie Reynoso. Tio should go with Robert Garcia. Why y'all don't say that Teofimo Lopez should have gone with Wally? Yo, go to Bomac. You got to hit him, bro. What the fuck is that? He said, bro, Shakur told you his hand was hurt. You was crashing again. You crazy, bro. I said that I gave Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't the one that was saying, I hit y'all back with y'all narrative. Y'all the one that was dissing Shakur Stevenson running. I told Shakur to his face when I interviewed him, I said, I already knew that your hand was hurt. I know something that was hurt. A great Joey Gam. Who gets those trainers for him, though? You don't understand what I'm saying? Lono's Boxing. Who got Joey Gamachi? Who hired Joey Gamachi? Lono's Boxing. Who hired Joey Gamachi? He said, I don't think they would have invited him after that racial. Man, I'm telling you, yo, they cool behind the scenes, bro. Wally has been chilling with Teofimo Lopez Sr. and his family, bro. You think that was live that he was saying that Teo, that when he said, yo, you come to my house and we be barbecuing. They know each other, guys. There's certain things on the surface. All these guys been knowing each other since young teens. They don't hate each other like you think they hate. They may talk, they competitively talk shit to one another. You know what I'm saying? But they don't hate each other. Wally is cool with Senior and Mama Lopez. They go way back. Just like Bill and Tio Senior, they go way back. This is us. We like to create this. We over-exaggerate that these guys really hate each other. No, they're not, bro. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're highly competitive. They came up together in the rankings ever since they was 12, 11, 12, 13 years old, bro. Teofimo Lopez been working out with the Gary Russell family, with Gary Russell Sr. Huh? God rest his soul. Since he was 9 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old. Who you think that calls up, yo, Stacy, help me train my son. Joey Gamachi, help me train my son. He does a good job in getting. Who you think got Eddie Reynoso? He was going to work with Teofimo Lopez. That's Teofimo Lopez Sr. It's not that Teofimo Lopez Sr. is some selfish dude and never want people to help out his son. It's never been like that. Teofimo Lopez Sr. is the one that gets Joey Gamachi, Stacy, Eddie Reynoso, Jorge Rubio. That's Senior. Senior's no dummy, guys. He has his way that for the norm. Hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez Sr. reminds me of my aunt, bro. If y'all think that when she's talking to y'all, that she's fighting y'all, she's arguing, y'all think she's gonna hit, is she gonna hit y'all? Aggressive, wild. Huh? He said, are you mad right now? Hell no, I'm not mad. Why should I be mad, Patrice? I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. Shakur Stevenson, wonderful performance, bro. Wonderful performance. And Teofimo Lopez fought a little flat, didn't have rhythm, was trying to just trying to start his offensive with one shot, that straight to the body. It wasn't good enough for Shakur Stevenson. To make some adjustments. Sure. You know what I'm saying? He got him. You know what I'm saying? T.O. didn't have answers for his jab. Didn't adjust to the footwork, to the footing and stuff like that. He just let his foot get stomped by Shakur Stevenson, which negated the jab work, his approach to throw the jab. Teofimo Lopez abandoned the jab as well. I believe that Teofimo Lopez only landed, like, to be honest, I remember when I was watching the fight, I'm like, yo, he's not even throwing the jab no more. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not throwing the jab, and I always said that Teofimo Lopez is way better when he does throw the jab. But then when you throw in the jab, maybe it was this. Let me get the picture. This is a clear picture of maybe this is the reason why he didn't want to throw a jab. I mean, or he abandoned the jab. Hold on, I got the picture right here. Let me upload this picture. This was the. Let me see if I got it here. Okay, did I put it there? Give me a second. This is what it is. All right. Give me a second right here. He utilized it. He countered that jab to the body. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm going to tell you. This is the clear picture, in my opinion, that had Shakur Stevenson winning. You know? Give me a second. So y'all can understand what I'm saying. Give me a second. You see how Tio, when he was trying to the body, But then look at the jab of Shakur Stevenson. This was a clear picture. I think this right here, and look at this. When Teo will throw a jab, when Teo would throw a jab, Shakur Stevenson would step on his feet, which takes the power out the jab, takes the balance out the jab, and all that stuff. And I think that Teo, that was the in my opinion, and I don't think a lot of people were seeing that. I was telling a guy, he said, "What are you talking about?" I said, look at his footing. He's doing that on purpose. This is not no southpaw orthodox that they just tangling feet. Shakur Stevenson was doing that on purpose the whole fight. Some people could see it dirty, but some people gonna see it that's smart. That was masterful what he did. Like, there's certain ways people could catch a jab, slip a jab. You know, people slip a jab, duck a jab, catch the jab. But how Shakur Stevenson, you know, exposed that jab from Teo that made, you know, said that got him off. You know, every time that you saw Teo like it was off balance, like tripping. Every time he was tripping because Shakur was stepping on his. So every time he tries to throw that jab, Shakur Stevenson, wow, this would define the fight. And I think once Teo was getting counter like this, he abandoned the jab, and then he just went straight, just trying to use the right hand to the body. There was times where he threw some combination and he landed some good left hooks to the body and stuff like that, like he did in the 8th round. But he should have done that a little bit more consistent. And look, these are the type of fights that you go back to the drawing board and you know, get better at. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me take this picture out. You know, Teofimo Lopez, social media said he's going to the 147-pound division. I think that's a good look. I think that he's 28 years old, close to being 30. He's been a lightweight ever since he was a teen. That's like still walking around in your 13, 14. He's a grown man already. Look, Shakur Stevenson he already moved up to his 4th division. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Virgil Ortiz is in his 3rd division. Devin Haney's in his 3rd division. Teo is still in his 2nd division and moving up. I think that, yeah, Teo, look, Ryan Garcia's at 147. These guys came from the same division. I think so. It's time for Teofimo Lopez. Only right for him to move to the 147-pound division. Didn't seem that he had his power there. You know, but people have been talking about ever since he moved to the 140-pound division that his power haven't been there. I think Teo power 140. I think that that people expect Teofimo Lopez to do what he did to Richard Comey to everybody. To do to everybody what he did to Richard Comey. Since that was his introduction to championship boxing, you know, that was the way he became a world champion, by knocking Richard Comey out. So I think that people put this hat on Teofimo Lopez that he's a knockout artist. He's never was a knockout artist, not in the amateurs as well. You know, he was a boxer puncher. He got some good pop. But now, just like we say, yo, it's good for boots after the what was it, the Chimichurri fight, Karen Chimichurri. Yo, he should go to the 154. That's why people will say, yo, Earl Spence should go to the 154. Maybe your power can transition. Look at how Earl, what did Terrence Bud Crawford say? He said he stayed too long at 147, 140. Feel like this, feel good. And look how he was versus Canelo Alvarez. So maybe there's truth to that. Maybe we see, look at Devin Haney, his power carried to 147. Let's see if Teofimo Lopez power carries to 147 and he's more rehydrated, rejuvenated, and things of that nature. I'm not gonna write this. This is a great era right here, man. This is my golden era. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of talking about the past. That wasn't my time. This is my time. This is the golden era right now. We watching greatness right now. All these guys are going to go to the Hall of Fame. We got Teofimo Lopez, 2-time lineal champion. We got Shakur Stevenson, 4-division world champion, 2-time lineal champion. We got Devin Haney, 3-division world champion. We're waiting on Ryan Garcia. And we want Tank Davis to pull up. I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be full of surprises, bro. We're only in January. By the end of the year, Teofimo Lopez will probably still be, will get back in the top of his game. We're only in January, folks. We're only in January. We like to reference the Hovis lost to Frankie Randall. And within 12 months, 6 fights, he ended the 12 months fighting beating Medrick Taylor. This is the sport of boxing. Everybody was laughing at Conor Benn, and then in the end of the year, he beat Chris Eubank Jr. in the rematch. You could be on top of the world, and then look, Danny Dubois knocked out Anthony Joshua. He was on top of the world in the UK. Here comes Usyk and stops Danny Dubois. It's boxing. He said, "Vic, proud of you, man. I'm always, bro. That's my bro. That's my guy, man. I don't root for Teofimo Lopez just in the ring. I'm rooting for Teofimo Lopez outside of the ring. Outside of the ring as well, of course. Nah, man, I'm not like these. I'm not fake like a lot of people out here, man. People jump ship and shit like that. Let me tell you something. And no disrespect. I don't want people to get. I don't even want the Teo fans or the Teo fams to get mad. But this is how it gets. I want fighters. If you're looking on right now, I didn't go live because I felt I needed to be there for my guy. I didn't go live because I needed to be there for my guy. Fighters. I've been around fighters since I was 11, 10 years old. I know how it is. I know how it is when people win. I know how it is when people lose. And let me tell you like this. I remember when Teofimo Lopez beat. When he's on top of the world, I remember that lobby. Leading up to the George Camboso. When Teofimo Lopez lost, cut that shit 80%. That shit in 80%. When he wins versus Josh Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, the after party was packed. It was, man, a lot of the music, everybody was around. When he loses, this is the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. When fighters say that it's a lonely world, this is. I'm gonna say like this. And that's my guy Teo. And shout out to the few people that was there for Teofimo Lopez after the fight yesterday. Shout out to the few people. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not mentioning name, but shout out to the few people that was out there for Teo after the fight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. It ain't the same. I understand why fighters say it's a lonely sport. Everybody want to be a part of you when you win. But when you lose, it's sad, bro. I felt for him. I felt for Teo because I know how it is. I've seen it before. See, the thing is, Teo didn't see it. Teo didn't see when he lost when he lost to George Camboso. He went straight to the hospital. So he didn't see that it wasn't that strong. That Friday before the fight, that lobby was packed with Teo fans, friends, fams. That lobby was like 5-10% of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not yesterday. After the Josh Taylor fight. You celebrate with the champ, right? Celebrate with the champ. Everybody there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you look like when you lose. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this place right here. This was packed when he beat Josh Taylor. And my fault. I know. Shout out to Mama Lopez. Shout out to Teo Senior. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to the sis. Shout out to everybody that was there. Shout out to everybody. The few that was there. This how it looked like when you lose, ladies and gentlemen. But when Josh said that this place was packed off the roof, bruh. Hold on. That's how it is. That's how it is, bro. Maybe he should be a dancer. It seems nah, man. Nah, man. He was a fighter, bro. What up, bro? Boxing talk, bro. What's good, my brother? How you been? How you been, Boxing talk? What up, bro? It hurt me to see Teo Senior leave the ring and walk up to the walkway before the interviews. Teo didn't deserve. No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. And I spoke to and I spoke. Shout out to Teo Senior. I spoke to him about that. Should have never done that. Should have never done that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody saw it publicly. So I'll speak on it. You know what I'm saying? You're right about that. Absolutely. I told Senior that. I said, nah, you don't do that, bro. Nah, not this is not the time for that. The world of boxing is gonna get on the sun. The world of boxing, don't do that, my brother. No, can't do that, bro. Can't do that. I know that Terrence Bud Crawford got him tight. Everybody saw it. Crawford, Terrence was mocking them, and that's what happens with the game. I mean, he was mocking Terrence Bud Crawford as well, so it happens. You know what I'm saying? I think that he got the best of Teo Senior emotionally. But you can't never do that again. You can't do that. You go in there together, you come out of there together. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, you know, it was my duty as a supporter, as a friend, you know what I'm saying, to be there for my guy, bro. Be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it gets. The shit was not the great support that it's supposed to be. You know? But that they're going to chop it up. They're going to chop it up. Tito punch. Do you agree that Teo's punches look more explosive and crisp when Camachi was around? I just don't see the same level of snap anymore. I think we seen his snap versus Josh Taylor as well. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got to give a lot of credit to Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it away from Shakur. I don't think that Teo, yeah, his power wasn't there. His power wasn't there. That didn't affect Shakur. Maybe it's a reason why he should move up to 147, but no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Credit Shakur, because I think we don't know what Shakur's chin is going to be. We don't know, but people always credit Shakur for his defense. So let's credit the power of Shakur. People were saying that Shakur don't have no power, but Shakur was landing some crisp shot that even cut. I don't know if that was a headbutt or that was a jab, in my opinion. Like, again, when you watching in the arena, you don't know. Like, you just see, oh shit, he started bleeding. I'm not sure it was a jab. I don't know if it was an elbow. I don't know if it was a headbutt. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna see the whole fight on TV tonight. But yeah, it didn't look like he had power, bro. Teo got elbow. Yeah, because that cut. Teo has power. He lacks speed. Yeah, I think his speed was kind of it didn't look it didn't look like that Barbosa speed. The spark, the spark. Like, you could like, at first I'm like, what is it? It's the shoes. Like, he did look heavy. Not heavy, but like it looked like he did look like he didn't have that quickness. He looked like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he fucked some shorty last night. Shit like that. He lost his legs. You know? Rap Star boxing out and say, yo, Shakur's not pillow fisted. Shout out to Rap Star. Christian in the building. What's good, Christian? Shakur was red. Teo did land some good body shots. I think that it didn't come with momentum. You know what I'm saying? He did land a straight to the body. He did land some good hooks. You know what I'm saying? And I think and see, that's what it is. It's sad because I know behind the scenes, Shakur could say, Teo, you got power, and then on the camera, say he don't got power. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like there was a lot of inconsistency of people saying things when the camera is on, when the camera is off. You know, I think everybody around Shakur hates Teo, but Shakur doesn't hate Teo. And I think that he feeds into, you know, Clarissa hates Teo, Andre Ward hates Teo, Bud Crawford hates Teo. Everybody around Shakur hates Teo. Shakur doesn't hate Teo. You know what I'm saying? So Shakur is I could say that Shakur is always been that guy, honest guy. That's one thing I always like about Shakur. That, you know what I'm saying? Like when he was saying, nah, Teo's undisputed. Not Teo was the truth. Teo is good. While everybody's saying no, he not pound for pound. And Shakur until the last press conference and shit like that. You know, of course, it was getting chippy, but Shakur and Teo, I think they're gonna be even cooler than they was on their come up. Exactly, Rex. Exactly. It's just like, who was the first guy when people say, yo, Teo racist, and then who did that interview and say, yo, Teo's not racist. Teo not racist. I don't even know why he's saying that dumb shit. Because they know each other like that, bro. The whole family knows each other like that. You ain't see Teo shouting, giving love to his mom and his wife and the kid and all that. I don't know if it ain't looking like, and I said this before. I said that Teo he felt like he was at peace. Huh? Neptune Nicky said, why? So why he apologized? He apologized because people think that he is really that. He's just using that. He was using that to get a fight, like back in the days. Teofimo Lopez's godfather is black. Teofimo Lopez was brought up with black trainers. Milton McCroy, Gabby Russell Sr. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell any coach that worked with any coach, anybody that came up with Teo. They already knew. They knew. That's why even Shakur Stevenson was like, man, he's not racist. He's doing this. Clarissa Shields was the amateur with Teofimo Lopez. Not racist. You know what I'm saying? Is that we're living in a generation right now that the antics is not what it used to be. It's not. Now people be like, nah, he shouldn't get a fight. He said you can't speak for him. But I know what I'm talking about. The fuck you mean I can't speak for him? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what people over here want to talk about this fight. And when they like to talk about Teo, they be like, yo, punch on boxing, what's this and this and this and that. Do you want me to give you the real, or do you want me to give you a narrative? You know what I'm saying? You want me to give you a real, you want me to give you a narrative? Maybe y'all these guys know Teo. Using racism to get a fight is crazy. Yeah, they did that back in the days. Go follow Alan Mincer and Marvin Hagler. I think that Haney was saying, I would never let a white boy beat me if we're Lomachenko, to spike some emotions. You know what I'm saying? Why you think Bernard Hopkins says, I would never lose to a white boy versus Joe Smith or Joe Kawasaki and lose? That's why. So he got people routed up. You know what I'm saying? But we're living in a different time where people are like, oh, don't give him a fight. If you give him a fight, then you breaking bread with him. Come on, man. It shouldn't happen. Push Teo has burned many bridges that why people distance themselves. I don't know that. I say this. I was gonna say this is my opinion, though. This is my opinion. And what I'm telling y'all right now, I'm telling Teo and I've been telling y'all, this is my opinion. My opinion is, now y'all could say, y'all could use this as an excuse. This is my opinion about now the mental part. This is my opinion about the mental part right here. Y'all could say it's an excuse. I get it. It may sound like it's an excuse. It may sound this part right here. And I've been saying this throughout the years. I said, fans, to the fighters that's giving us what we've been asking for. We asked these fighters to dare to be great. Teo did that. And I'm saying this, Teo is not like other fighters. Teo mentality is that he want to be the great. He's not dictated by the money like that. He wants to be great. He's eager to be great, but he wants that respect back. He wants that respect. He wants that that affirmation. He wants that shit to be reciprocated. And he see when he beat Vasily Lomachenko. Let me tell you like this. When he beat Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez wasn't happy after that. When he beat Josh Taylor, tired because of the politics of the sport of boxing. He was mad that they just want to give him $1 million to fight George Campbell, so that's why he took it a purse bid and Triller got it. You know what I'm saying? At a point, there's a certain point that, man, you striving to be the greatest in you know, everything you work for. Since a kid, you've been fighting. This is your dream, and once you accomplish the dream, he noticed that, you know what? Oh shit, this is not what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna block people right now. I'm gonna block people right now. Who's saying silly shit in the? All right. So how would y'all feel? We all humans out here. How y'all feel if y'all doing y'all work hard, y'all doing y'all thing, you accomplish some great shit, you don't get respect, you don't get reciprocated, they don't even got you on a pound for pound list when you're the two-time lineal champion in the history of the sport, in the 100+ year in the sport of boxing, a two-time lineal champion reigning at that is not on the pound for pound list. You're the only fighter in USA boxing in 100+, not 80 to 90+ year USA boxing Olympic trial, say the only fighter in the history of USA boxing that won the USA Olympic trial. To go through those steps to win the USA Olympic trial, as any American fighter, how hard it is to win those steps, and then you ain't get picked by USA boxing. So he's coming with a chip on his shoulder that he always needs to prove. Is always politics. He's fighting Lomachenko undisputed, and then his undisputed is disputed because of the politics of the sport of boxing. He fight Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor let go of the belts and stuff like that. Two-time he could have been a two-division. He could have been recognized as a two-division undisputed world. The thing he's working for and accomplishing is always getting snubbed. So what's the motivation? So now he's heading into this fight. And he's trying to, if I beat Shakur Stevenson, they ain't gonna get no props. I'm not saying that's how he feels 100%. This is my assessment of mental. This is just Punch Drunk Boxing assessment of what I think him as, like, yo, how you gonna be motivated if anything that you do great is not great for anybody? It's not great for anybody. But that's his motivation. That's his takeover. That he want to take over. He want to do this because he wants to get the props. He wants to get it, but he never gets it when he actually do something great. Some people could call it, oh man, but you can't be dictated by affirmation. You can't be dictated by people telling you they're great. It's like Floyd. That's why I said the other day in the live, I said, you know when Floyd Mayweather changed? Floyd Mayweather used to be the same way, like, yo, I'm the best, I'm best. Y'all be hating on me. Y'all always giving credit to Oscar De La Hoya, but I'm this. And he never used to get credit. Remember, HBO people used to play Floyd Mayweather with Letterman, right? The viral moment. You never give me credit for nothing, man. Y'all never give me credit for nothing. If y'all remember Floyd Mayweather after that interview, Floyd Mayweather changed. He changed. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't give a fuck about how the people say how I fight. I don't care. Now I'm money made. As I said, I don't care about nothing. Sometimes you got to think like that. And I think that Teofimo Lopez will have to mentally, like, fuck the affirmation, fuck the respect, fuck all of that. You're never going to get the respect. You're always going to be hated. You never do it for yourself. Do it for the when it's all said and done. Your accomplishment is going to be in the record books. That's something that they can't take nothing away from you. And that's it. And then you live your life. But I think there's people out there that when you do something great, you want that love back. You want that respect back. You know what I'm saying? He said it had nothing to do with Shakur. Has that? I'm not talking about the victory. Man, Shakur did his thing, bro. Shakur did his thing, bro. I don't know why y'all coming to my channel. What am I saying that I say? Like, I don't know. Are y'all listening to? Y'all got that shit in mute? I got that shit in mute or something, man. Unmute the live, bro. Everybody unmute the live. Shakur's 130 pound, every adult with no power. That was the narrative. That's something that I put on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson stopped Jamel Hearing. Shakur Stevenson stopped Yoshino. Shakur Stevenson stopped his last opponent, Pally. Shakur Stevenson dropped Oscar Valdez. Shakur Stevenson hurt Consocial. Maybe that's the and that's not what he was showing. He was showing some type of power. Tio needs a new coach. Tio gets a new coach all the time. You mean a new head? You what y'all mean is that Tio, y'all feel like Tio needs a new voice in the corner. Tio always have coaches. Like again, Tio had Milton McCroy in his last fight. Teofimo Lopez had Stacy, the ex trainer of Mike Tyson, in his corner last night. You said he can't punch too. When I say he can't punch, when I said that Shakur Stevenson can't punch, I said the things I go after the narrative. I said when I'm critiquing, I'm saying y'all go with the narrative. All right. Let me bring out the facts. Y'all listen to what y'all want to listen to. Y'all like when y'all listen to highlights of Donald Trump and y'all take a little snippet from CNN and they be like, did you listen to the 2-hour speech? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me keep this one up. Who's a Patrice? Let me keep this one up. Hold on. Let me find the video right here. Let me find the video right here, folks. Give me a sec. We fall. Okay. No. What up? Dímelo, mi gente, ¿qué lo que? You already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, aka Mr. Moo, who shot himself. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. Hope you had a good Easter weekend, and y'all, elevate the imagination and the emotions of the boxing fans. And what Shakur Stevenson did yesterday in Newark, New Jersey about beating Yoshino and how he beat Yoshino. Everybody know that he was going to win. But the question is, how is he going to win? Now that he's going to be debuting in the lightweight division, that was his first fight, debuting in the lightweight division. You already know Shakur Stevenson came from the featherweight, had a title in the featherweight division, moved up to the super featherweight division, unified the title, beating the likes of Jamel Hearing, respectable champion, and Oscar Valdez, a respectable champion. Hold on, look at the title. The Gift and the Curse, Brick City to Brick Hands. Shakur showcase Boogieman power. He said Puerto Ricans never represented Shakur, but they want to jump now. They didn't represent Shakur Stevenson after the Los Santos fight. But leading up to the Oscar Valdez fight, it was a Puerto Rican versus Mexican. Good looking out with a $2 super chat. Tio got hit with some jab all night, never adjusted. Yeah, he didn't adjust to the jab. You should have warned Tio. Warned Tio about what? About Shakur? Teo knows Shakur. What I gotta warn him about? Teofimo Lopez just didn't execute. Shakur was just the better man that night. That's it. He was the better man. He's the better man. That's boxing. This is me going at Teddy Atlas when he's dissing Shakur Stevenson. I got more videos for y'all. Hold on. Got more videos. I got more videos. I got more videos. Hold on. I got more videos. I got more videos. I got more video. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson leading this generation. What's the date? I always said when the smoke clears, it was going to be Shakur. It's going to be Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. I always say when the smoke clears, it was always going to be Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. I called him the general, and I called Teofimo Lopez the captain of the generation. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Me hating on Shakur. I was hating that y'all would come up with the narrative because the narrative was that Shakur Stevenson, this was the narrative, and now people trying to switch it up. The narrative of Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez was that Shakur Stevenson is going to perform just like Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin. And the reason Teofimo Lopez is because of how he performed versus Ortiz and Martin. Shakur Stevenson didn't perform nothing like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. I said it in the line. He needs to stand in the middle of the ring and take the risk to be right there with Teo and trade with Teo. Is that what I said or no? Y'all thought that all Shakur Stevenson needed to do was run. And I said, why y'all saying that? Because if he runs, he's not going to win the fight. He needed to stay. What he did, what Shakur Stevenson did, throughout the whole fight, stay in the middle of the ring. He took it from the champion. He took it from the champion. That's what I said. You guys thought that he was going to fight like Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin. No? Hold on. Give me a shot. Oh, you don't remember that shit? I got you right here. But you coming to my channel now. What? So yeah, because you want to watch me eat crow, but you didn't look at those. You didn't look at those videos? Y'all didn't look at those videos? Hold on. I got you right here. So let me catch y'all up then. That's what I for the lessons. Because I know y'all was not gonna be here if Teo was gonna win. Because y'all know me. Y'all ain't gonna want to eat that crow from me. You know what I'm saying? Because none of the motherfuckers, y'all ain't show up when I said Josh Kelly was gonna beat Bakram. when 90% of the boxing world had Bakram, the boogeyman, at 154. Hold on. Hold on. Eddie motivation. How Teo can hurt Shakur Stevenson. I never said full dummy. Isn't Puerto Rican on welfare? Oh, damn. Hold on. It's show right here. If Shakur wants to beat Teofimo Lopez, he will have to become Teofimo. Meaning, I said in that video, he will have to be more offensively sound than defensively sound. Just as much defensively, he will have to take risk. Like Teo have taken risk. He will have to take risk. He just can't be like Ortiz or nothing like that. That's the reason why Ortiz lost. So now Teo is not. Hold on. What's the other video? Other video. Yeah. Did I say that? Golden Hunter? I said that, right? Hold on. Give me a sec. What's the other one? Mom and dad. Oh, wait. I think this is the video right here. Another video. Trading places. Must identify why each. Let's see what I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, if you're a hardcore boxing fan and a real one, a true one, you appreciate the skills and talent of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. If you don't appreciate their skills and you call yourself a boxing fan, you ain't no boxing fan. You're a male volleyball skating. Hey, I think a lot of people debate the narratives. They get angry of the narratives that people put upon a Teo or even a Shakur. I think most of the value narrative is towards Teofimo Lopez, and that's the reason why I really get amped up. Like, why? This is the guy that actually is a two-division lineal champion, and you already know if it wasn't for the politics of sport of boxing, you all will be recognizing him the way that probably I see him. As a two-division undisputed world champion, because we all know what Josh Taylor was an undisputed, and y'all know that Vasily Lomachenko, Corey Stevenson is a boring fighter, like a lot of the narrative says. To me, he's not. I mean, he was underwhelming versus Nakatilia, and he was underwhelming versus Edo de los Santos.
Listen again.
The reason why I get like irritated, why don't y'all say that he will take the reason why I get like irritated, why don't y'all say that he will take the risk to fight Teofimo Lopez? Is because y'all feel like he shouldn't take the risk because it's just gonna fall in Teofimo Lopez's hands if you really go by the skill set, the matchmaking, the counter punching, right? You feel like Shakur is not gonna take that type of chance, that he should just do what the Ortiz and the Sandor Martin did. But Shakur Stevenson showed you in the past that he could take the risk. He could take risk. He could take the type of risk that he understands that he's fighting a champion and he needs to do just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Inflict his power in any way to gain the respect of his opponent. See, I know that Shakur Stevenson can try to take the risk. Y'all just don't believe it, and y'all don't even want to mention it in y'all assessment of the fight or y'all to the fight. And I'm telling y'all should analyze Shakur Stevenson going for the gusto or taking some risk like he did versus Oscar Valdez, like he did versus Jamel Herring. He needed to inflict power versus Jamel Herring. He stopped him to become a world champion. He needed to inflict power versus Oscar Valdez, right? He dropped him. So why are y'all trying to analyze Shakur Stevenson like actually staying away? You know, he could do what Jermaine Ortiz did, and hopefully you wish that he's given the belt, he's given the scorecard. You know what I'm saying? No. Shakur Stevenson may have to do what his boy Andre Ward, or approach it. He may have to approach it like that, like Andre Ward had to do with Sergey Kovalev. See, they were not going to give it to Andre Ward. He had to take it from Sergey Kovalev. Not forget the Wilder versus Tyson Fury. What did Tyson Fury have to do? What did Tyson Fury have to do in the second fight? He couldn't get the nod in the first fight, right? Everybody thought that he outboxed Deontay Wilder.
Well, look. Now go back to that video right here. This was just what? 8 days ago. What I'm fighting the narrative. I'm letting y'all know. Stop analyzing that Shakur Stevenson is gonna run like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. I said Shakur Stevenson is going to take a risk because he has. I said Shakur Stevenson got some power. The narrative is that he's boring and he's a runner. That's not my narrative. That is not my narrative. My narrative is that Shakur Stevenson, like I said, even after the Eder de los Santos fight, what even the Dominicans was mad at me. Dominicans was mad at me because I said that Shakur Stevenson was going to turn Eder de los Santos he was going to turn him into a Totones. And even when he ran, I said, damn, it had to be something with Shakur Stevenson. Because he doesn't fight like that. So if you think you come in a punch wrong boxing and this is a hate Shakur Stevenson channel, you don't know punch wrong boxing then. If this was a hate Shakur Stevenson, then Shakur Stevenson never would have came to punch wrong boxing. It would have came to my channel. Pause. That doesn't sound right. Lisa in the building. What's good, Lisa? Lisa in the building. Right? Hold on. I got more. Hold on. Check this out. Hold on. Let me see. Is it here?
Easy prediction, my friends. Easy prediction. Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. Shakur Stevenson is going to win and win big. He's going to beat him up from pillar to post. Yes, he is going to beat him up from pillar to post. It's probably going to be worse than how Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez. Now, look, I understand. In this community, y'all don't like Shakur Stevenson. Twitter saying he's a versus stop in the moment. Because before that, when he moved up to the 135-pound division, he beat Yoshino. He hurt Yoshino. He hurt Jamel Herring. He hurt Oscar Valdez. He hurt Consocio. In his last outing versus the electrician, he hurt the electrician, all right? So let's stop being a slave to that moment with Eder de los Santos. You can make a proper and lock.
Patrice, now you getting to know who punch wrong boxing is? Huh? Did I ever discredit the power of Shakur Stevenson? This is not the leader fight to Zepeda. The leader fight to Zepeda.
Now, y'all all know that I'm a huge fan of Oscar de la Hoya, the golden one, right?
Look at my thumbnail. Look at my thumbnail. This is my prediction. Shakur beats William Pinata. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Got you right here. Hold on. This is Shakur Stevenson when he said Tio was not racist. Stop doing that for the media. Because they know each other. I remember? Give me a check. Hold on. Hold on.
Shakur Stevenson is doing what we all need to do when we get hated on, is capitalize off the hate. No need to shut down. No need to be frustrated. No needs. And at the end of the day, we're the boxing fans, and when it comes Saturday night, we gather up, we chop it up with one another, and be like, hey, yo, my man, hey, yo. Hold on. Smash that like button. Hold on. Give me a second. A lot of people like it, Sabrina Matias, and of course this Puerto Rican fighter, and you being a Puerto Rican, you got Puerto Rican blood yourself. Your father is Puerto Rican. How'd you feel about? And I think I asked you this question when you was about to fight Yoshino. But what do you feel about representing Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican fans? You know what I'm saying, supporting you. How you feel that type of love from a new fan base, or just a fan base outside of and just nationality as well? How you feel about that?
I love the fans that take me in and they put it out there and say like, okay, they support me and they rock with me in that type of way. I love them, but like I said, I don't want to force it on nobody, because at the end of the day, like I said, through my whole life, I didn't know my father. Mm-hmm. Like I really didn't know my father.
I don't bet on boxing, Bang Bang. Stop trying to stop lying on me, Bang Bang, or you gonna get blocked.
Me and him ain't know each other. We ain't had no relationship. I ain't get to go see my other brother and my other sister, like my Puerto Rican side of my family. So I appreciate the people the ones that do it.
You said Punch trying to stay face. All right, you out of here. I don't like people lying on me.
Speak on it that way, you know. All the
fake you tell the truth. Like, hey yo, disagree with me. But what I'm here standing 10 toes down and being real with y'all, y'all gonna be trolling me. Y'all gonna get blocked. Say it right now. Troll me, you're gonna get blocked.
No, I really am. Like that's who I am. It's in my blood for sure.
But you was it's not the culture that I was raised in the house.
Yeah, in my household, I was raised with my mother, and it was a whole different type of environment. So, like I said, I appreciate the ones that do accept me, and I'm gonna keep putting on for them.
Hey, yo, it happens even with me. I was born here, right? I'm Dominican.
There you go. That's how you feel about being Puerto Rican. Saying? That's me asking him about him being Puerto Rican. And when he was showing love to Puerto Ricans, guess who's hating on him? Guess who was hating on him? When he was trying to show love to his Puerto Rican. Uh-oh. 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 What else? Man, I got so much props. That's why I always felt that it was going to be Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur. Hold on. What was you going to say about happening with you? I don't know that. Said collard greens. Black men don't want to white men. What's the problem? I don't know what that is. I got respect for you, Punch, for coming on doing this live until lost. Hey, yo, man. This is boxing. It is what it is. Hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez, 147, going to be a world champion. Takeover's here. The takeover is still in effect, ladies and gentlemen. 147, the takeover. Going right back to the top. He's done this before, ladies and gentlemen. He's been counted out before, ladies and gentlemen. He's been counted out before. He's been counted out before. He's been proved y'all wrong. He'll do it again. He'll do it again. That's childish, Punch. We don't care about you showing old videos. Get the fuck out of here then. Get the fuck out. So get the fuck out. So get out. Get out. No. You got to respect Punch Drunk Boxing. You guys going to respect Punch Drunk Boxing. Fuck out of here. Maribel, you be shaking your ass. We're going to respect Punch Drunk Boxing. Huh? Tio Senior said, what is your power for this? Yeah. Utilize power. If you got even an ounce of humility, please keep it real with Tio until if I got an ounce of humility, please keep it real and tell him to get his daddy rehab, and Tio himself need to start from the bottom of the thing. If I got humility, okay. The takeover is taken out. He's finished, broken. I heard that after the Camboso fight, and I heard that after the Sando Martin fight when he says, "Do I still got it?" And then he beat Josh Taylor. Don't worry. Hey, yo. Hate all y'all want. Don't believe all y'all want. It's all right. It's okay. 47 by the end of the year. Watch. By the end of the year, they're going to switch the tone. Hopefully he gets a big fight. Hopefully he gets the Ryan Garcia fight. Hopefully he gets the Devin Haney fight. We'll see. We'll see. When Tio disrespected Puerto Rican boxing, you defended him. Yeah, because he was talking about that the Puerto Ricans today is not like back in the days. So it was the content was that he was getting played with the Subriel Matias. So he was shitting on Subriel Matias like he's not one of them Puerto Rican type of fighters. The Puerto Rican took it like, oh shit, he's talking about Hector Camacho, Tito Trinidad, and then he said that in the same day when he retracted. Like, I'm not talking about the Puerto Ricans legend. I'm talking about Puerto Ricans today. He's talking about the Edgar Berlanga, the Subriel Matias, the Valdez, the Puerto what's his name? Xander Zayas was not a champion. So he was talking about the landscape of Puerto Rican fighters are not like it was back in the days. And guess what? Puerto Ricans say the same thing. Puerto Ricans say the same thing. New York City, Madison Square Garden is not what it used to be, bro. Since I can't remember, you always had that Puerto Rican star, that code, Tito Trinidad, the Hector Camacho, right? Amanda Serrano is the one that's leading the way right now. Xander Zayas just unified the title. Shout out to Xander Zayas. But why y'all acting like he said a comment that was fake? It was true. Puerto Rican boxing is not what it used to be. But I think it's coming up. It's like UK boxing. Now UK got the Josh Kelly, got the Dalton Smith. Okay, now they're getting their champions on to come up again. Stop it, Borracho. Stop it what? Stop it what? Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Stop it what? Stop it what? Stop it what? But when he made that comment, Xander Zayas was on the champ. All Hispanics from New York beyond that MAGA shit. Stop it what, Borra? Stop it what, bang, bang? Stop it what? Stop it what? Puerto Rican can't vote, or Puerto Rican can't vote. Is Puerto Rican boxing, it is like it used to be? Lisa Snow said it wasn't really Tio's corner. Tio trained months with coaches. Yes, exactly. He trained with months. He kept himself in shape. He was in good. He stayed within weight. He stood in shape. He was training with Stacy, that done very, very good versus Southpaw throughout the years. Coaching. He's one of the he was one of the premier coaches in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He trained the same guy, Ricardo Mayorga, to beat Forrest. He trained Mike Tyson after Mike Tyson came out of jail. Like, Stacy been in the game for many, many years. Stacy comes from the Crunk Gym. Stacy has been mentored by Edward Stewart. That's where he comes from. The coach that's here from Lopez got Stacy. He's very, very well respected in the game. So for people to saying that, oh, he was trained. Punch Black, all these idiots trolls, dude. But also training trainers could lead to not having chemistry. Chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like I've spoken to a lot of trainers, and they say when fighters adapt to their program, it takes 3 camps. Most of the trainer says to adapt to the program, what you're trying to teach them, what you want to get, you know what I'm saying, to adapt that program. Kevin Cunningham told me it takes like 3 camps. What's the trainer of Triple G? I asked him as well. I forgot his name. The trainer of Triple G. I said, how long does it take for a trainer for the fighter to adopt their program? And you say usually takes 3 camps. So they're not gonna do exactly what you want them to. They'll buy in, and then they'll fully buy in. Abel Sanchez said the same thing. No, not Abel Sanchez. The black dude. The black dude after Abel Sanchez. He's glazing hard. It's sad, man. Even Senior says his son is a bum. He's glazing hard. Glazing. What does glazing mean? Is it glazing comes from the gay community or something like that? He's glazing hard. What am I glazing about? Bro, I'm going to support my guy. Win, lose, or draw, bro. Do I say that you glazing fucking your favorite? That gay term, glazing. Motherfuckers can't support nobody nowadays. Huh? Nobody could be a fan of nobody. Fuck out of you, go. Cause he lose. You think I'm not a fan of Tio? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I rock with Teofimo Lopez all day, every day. Fuck y'all. Go fuck. My guy loses, he loses. I rock with Demetrius Andre all day, every day. Guess what? He lost. He got beaten up from David Benavidez. Next fight, if he's fighting again, I'm rooting for him. Yeah, I'm going against the other guy. He's the guy across the ring from him. Yes. Motherfucker now all of a sudden called support glazing now. If you support your brother, you glazing your own brother. Let me see, if you supporting your sister, you glazing your. You out of here. You guys are always thinking say you glazing very hard. Get the fuck out of here. So get the fuck out. Go to your gay channel, something like that. I think that's why in this culture you can't even support anybody, because the terminology of glazing. If you support somebody, oh, you on his dick. Y'all on some gay shit. Y'all accumulate support with gay shit. This culture is stupid. If you support somebody, you on their shit. If you support somebody, you glazing. Because ain't nobody, I'm not bringing no excuses for, I'm not saying no excuse. Has lost fair and square to Shakur Stevenson, was working on all cylinders. He's the better man that night. Shakur Stevenson deserved every praise he's getting, 100% of the praise he's getting. Mike Tyson was my favorite fighter. Huh? Win, lose, or draw, I rock with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson all day, every day. Shakur only gonna find competition at maybe 147. Now I gotta stop with fighters can't lose. How we gonna have real boxing like that? No, the thing is that, yo, if we getting the best fighting the best, man, we gotta show love for that. We gotta respect the loser, and we gotta praise the winner. We gotta respect the loser. We gotta respect Tio and praise Shakur Stevenson, because they're giving us a fight of this generation, the best fighting the best. And right now, the boxing world is not going to understand what they watching. Just like probably back in the days, people didn't understand what they was watching. It's just like when people was hating at Floyd Mayweather. People hated Floyd Mayweather, and then when he retires, we want to compare every young fighter to Floyd Mayweather. Muhammad Ali. Let's not forget what Muhammad Ali had to go through. They wanted him out of boxing. But guess what? It got to the point Muhammad Ali then couldn't talk, Parkinson's. Now he's the greatest of all time. That's what happens in the sport of boxing. We never appreciate what we got. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez, 21,000. The most attendance in MSG. Two 28 years old in their prime. Two and Teo and Shakur had great momentum going to the fight. Let's appreciate the now, like we appreciate back in the day shit that we wasn't even living. We wasn't living when Roberto Duran and all these guys was really fighting each other. Motherfucker, respect ESPN classics, then respect the classics of today. We talk about Roy Jones Jr. and James Toney. You know that Roy Jones Jr., that the scorecards of Roy Jones Jr. and James Toney only won 2 rounds. That was a scorecard. One of the biggest fights. We respect it today, but we forget. Put it this way. Hold on. Give me a second. And that's what I mean. Y'all motherfuckers shitting people now, but look. Roy Jones Jr. Let me see the scorecards for Roy Jones Jr. versus James Toney. The best fight at their time. What that look like? 119, 108, 118, 109, 117. What that look like, folks? But you know what? When we go back and say, yo, yeah, man, we fighting their prime. You know that when Roy Jones Jr. fought James Toney was pound for pound. James Toney was pound for pound. Roy Jones Jr. was moving up. He was not on the pound for pound list than James Toney. What did Roy Jones Jr. did to James Toney? James Toney was known at that time as the best defensive fighter. Him and Sweet Pea was known as the best defensive fighter. How that fight turned out. But we respect it today because a lot of people's not living in the moment. Yeah, it was a whitewash. But we respect James Toney today. Now he's already a Hall of Famer. We respect Roy Jones Jr. Respect what we watching. Respect the Teos and the Shakur Stevenson today. I'm telling you, man. Whether people like it or not, what we watched yesterday was history, man. You trying to cape. Hold on. Bringing everybody else up. Like, I don't know how people. Yo, should I switch to Spanish? How after I just said what I said, you trying to cape with T.O. Laws, bringing everybody else up. You sad as fuck. Guy, anybody in the chat that been rocking throughout the whole live, is that the definition of the live? Like, people just, you know what it is? People, since I eat my crow respectfully, y'all wish I was crying. That's what it is. Y'all wish that I crash out or something like that. Like, that's what y'all hoping. Yo, I'm gonna go to Punch Rock. I want to see that motherfucker. Stop with the imagination, brother. The imagination. I believe that Teofimo Lopez is going to go back to the drawing board, going to go to 147-pound division, going to be more comfortable. And I think he needs a big win to get back into the that level of, getting those big fights, the Madison Square Garden, Las Vegas fight. I think the names are there. I think everybody in this generation show their vulnerability except for Shakur Stevenson, right? We've seen Ryan Garcia struggle. He might do something good and become a champion. We've seen Devin Haney struggle. He got his respect back. We've seen right now Javante. People felt like he should have been disqualified. He turned around. So there's a lot of questions with Javante Tank Davis, right? Everybody got their stuff, man. Just like when Hagler lost, Duran lost. All I'm saying is appreciate the win and appreciate what Shakur Stevenson did yesterday, but respect that we did get to see the best fight and the best. So we know who is the best at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Or do y'all want to trash one fighter to not give respect to the other fighter? Y'all want to take the win away? Because, oh shit, T.O. ain't be no fucking Loma. Loma was injured. And Josh Taylor was washed up. And he really lost to Sando Martin. Jermaine Ortiz, then Shakur Steve saying he beat nobody. That's what you're going to say? He got to adjust that. He got to adjust that communication. Of course, with his dad. I think they always going to have to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to adjust. They're going to have to come to common grounds. Also the mental part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it was just the physical part of his approach. I think it was more mental than physical. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more mental than physical. You know, I didn't see a sense of effective urgency. I don't know if he was geared for Shakur. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not saying him. I don't think that he was geared to fight Shakur like he did with Loma and Josh Taylor. Like when the TOs want to fight somebody, they call somebody out. You know what I'm saying? They called Loma for 2 years. They called out Josh Taylor leading up to the Loma fight. They never, T.O. in every interview before Shakur said, I don't want to fight him or nothing like that, even with Cameron and Mace. I don't know. Maybe the discouraging. I don't know. There's a lot of things when it comes. People always want to know in the end why this guy performed the way they perform. That's the question. That's where he's trying to come up with what happened to T.O. You know what I'm saying? But got to give credit to Shakur. Can't give no excuses. T.O. said it himself in the post-fight interview. No excuses. He lost to the better man. He was the better man. He clapped for him and all that. No excuses. No excuses. Got to go back to the drawing board just like any other fighter. And I believe that he go back to the drawing board. I believe he's going to be physically and mentally prepared at 147, and he's going to shock the world again. I'm a believer. You don't got to believe it. He had excuses with George. He didn't have excuses with Shakur. We're talking about the Shakur excuse. So why are you talking about the George Camboso? Mike Tyson had excuses when he said, my back is broken. And the win. My back is broken. Come on. T.O. walked alone. I didn't like that. And I told that to Senior as well. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I told Senior himself, I didn't like that. I think that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't right. Never walk out like that. Never walk out like that. Especially. I think that was fair for, you know what I'm saying? And I told T.O. Senior that. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody, and I think that he agree if he see it back. You know what I'm saying? Even the frustration with Simmons, but Crawford or nothing like that. You just, you know what I'm saying? And not everything going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Not everything going to be perfect. You may have the good game plan, but maybe you might not execute the game plan. You know what I'm saying? You got to credit the other guy in front of you. You got to credit the other guy in front of you that did the work, and he had a game plan, and he had a 8-week training camp to prepare for you. You know what I'm saying? That was about game planning and execution. He had a bad game plan in general in his style. I don't think the game plan that they have wasn't a bad game plan. It wasn't a bad. It was that the game plan was not executed. That's it. And Shakur Stevenson neutralized the jab of Teofimo Lopez. He neutralized the footwork. He got him off balance. He was stepping on his feet to neutralize the jab, to neutralize the power in that right hand. You know what I'm saying? He did techniques that I even learned. I like, wow, yo. I could see what he's trying to do. He took power off the jab and the right hand by keeping his foot, his right foot, on Teofimo Lopez's left foot. Go watch the fight again. And I was watching it live, and and guess what? I'm telling the guy right next to me, I say, yo, look at Harvey Dock. Harvey Dock is watching. Harvey Dock is looking down on the feet, but Harvey Dock is letting it rock. Teofimo Lopez team is not complaining about it, or telling the referee like, yo, he's doing this. That shit was that right there. That right there is what, if anything, that was that I call masterful was that. You know what I'm saying? That was the way the footwork was it was genius. It was genius because it took power away. It took balance and power from the straight right hand and the jab. It was, and I think that Teo could have adjusted to that. The rotation Teo had him close to the ropes, masterful as Shakur held and spun every time. Yo, Shakur did great, man. I'm proud to see a fighter, two great fighters that I feel in their generation go at it, and you just see one. It's just special to see what Shakur did yesterday as well. Punch. This is the social media era. These people give no props to a fighter track record. If they lose, they bums. It's not they were champions. It's not best in the sport. Exactly. Crazy. It's just it only takes away from Shakur win, if you want to call. Nah, man, it was great performance. And I feel like these guys I believe that they're great enough to bounce back. Teo is great enough to bounce back. He already done it before. And I said before, when he beat Josh Taylor, I say he should move it to 147. He should fight the other guys at 140. You beat Josh Taylor. Move it to 147 and be comfortable. If Tank lose, he's a bum. If Shakur to lose, he's a bum. Yeah. If Canelo, yeah, they always think like that. It's the way he lost. Shakur made him look like a D-level fighter. But Shakur Stevenson is an A-level fighter. And Teofimo Lopez is an A-level fighter as well. It's just that styles make fight. One was greater that night. Forrest is a way better technician than a damn Ricardo Mayorga, but styles may fight, and Ricardo Mayorga just had his number. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's next. What y'all want, Teo? What y'all want next for Teo? He's moving to 147. What y'all want? I think I like that Teo versus the winner of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Hey, if Ryan Garcia could get a championship fight, if Ryan Garcia, after the Rolly Romero, could get a championship fight, I think Teo could go to 147 and fight the winner of Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, or the Devin Haney fight. If Keyshawn go to 147, so Keyshawn, he was fighting in what he fought but what was the through the WBO. But see, Keyshawn Davis is a mandatory position to fight Shakur Stevenson at 140, but that's not gonna happen. So Keyshawn moving to 147. I think that Teo should get the Devin Haney fight. Now the Devin Haney or the winner of Ryan Garcia. And if Devin Haney gets Keyshawn, then Teo should gun for the winner of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. And hopefully it's Ryan Garcia. And then we could get Teo versus Ryan, and we could get Keyshawn versus Devin. Or, still big fight. Could be a Keyshawn versus Teo, or Teo versus it's still great fights out there, man. They all heading to they're now in their prime. Let's see in 3 or 4 years when they probably going to retire young, or they're going to keep going, who's going to have the longevity, who's going to end their career on top. That's the four kings. That's what we called them, four kings, right? Back in the days, right? Sugar Ray Leonard is the guy that beat them all. But he lost someone. And they all beat each other, bro. That's the beauty of the sport. Never gonna do what Shakur did. Maybe. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he make adjustments. You don't know. Hey, maybe Devin gets the rematch with Ryan Garcia and Devin does to Ryan what Ryan did to him and beat him up from pillar to post. We don't know what's gonna happen. That's the beauty. But we got them all in position to fight each other. They're all in position. They're all making good money. They're all accomplished, except for Ryan. Ryan got to win the title, and then they all be accomplished. Again, I believe that Teofimo Lopez will rise again, and a lot of shit, and a lot of the things that y'all saying right now, y'all gonna be like, "Oh shit, damn." If he fights Devin Haney and then beats Devin Haney, what y'all gonna say? Yo, he back. Oh, he adjusted. Yo, he only has chance if he beats winner. And hey, become a world champion again. But again, Josh Kelly, I predicted Josh Kelly to beat Bakram. The 154-pound division is alive and well. Josh Kelly versus Xander Zayas will be a great fight. It will be a great fight. Unification bout. That'll be good. Josh Kelly and Jerome Boots Ennis. That's a fight that I've been wanting to see over 6 years. Josh Kelly versus the winner of Fundura versus Thurman. It is a good fight. The 154, I always used to say, hey, anybody could get it. Josh Kelly. He said Josh Kelly is a bum. That's the type of fans that we have in boxing. He gets a good win. He's a bum. That's why boxing is where it is. It's like people just, he's a bum. You were crazy, bro. He's not beating Devin. Get off your knees, bro. He's bro. Keisha Blessed. Get off your knees, bro. Wait, going on. Let me see. Let me see this. He's not beating Devin. Get off your knees, bro. Okay. What that means? That means get off your knees. That means sucking dick. That's what it means. That's what it means. That's what that's what you thinking about? Keisha about? That's what you're envisioning when we talking boxing? You thinking about gay porn? It's only this culture, bro. Everything is about sucking dick. How about you get on your knees and you suck my dick? How about that? How about you get on my knees? ¿Ah? Yo te pongo en 4, mujer, y te rompo el culazo eso. Yo te rompo ese culazo. Así, yema. Yácate. Ahí me meto el culazo sin gasolina, mujer. Ahí está tigre viniendo acá, and you get on my knees. You on my channel right now. Get on your knees right now. Ahí te pongo, ahí me meto. The tigre viniendo aquí, disrespecting el potro boxeo right here. Huh? But you on my channel. Huh? You get on your knees. Mira esta tigre, disrespecting el potro boxing. Sin gasolina, se lo rompe el culazo esa tigre. Vamos a ver la foto. Vamos a ver la foto de ella. Espera, vamos a ver la foto. La foto. Mira esa gorda. Mira esa gorda. Mira, ballena. Vete de aquí, ballena. Usted ballena. Vete para Planet Fitness. Stop going on the Tuesday to eat pizza. Maldita gordiflona. And I speak Spanish. Huh? I say go to the gym, okay? Ballena, free willy. No, she, hey. Clever said she was friend. Next smelling like expired cheese. Te di aquí, mujer. Fulfill my Amazon same day. Shakur gave him the round. No, de que get off your knees. Mira esa frescura que tiene la gente. Mira esa frescura. What happened? Eso. Yo, folks, what's that? You support somebody de que ya, they get off their knees. Mira lo que está pesando. Nah. Tio not fighting Dev. He ducked him 3 times already. He said, I don't have a problem with my body. They try again. But every man probably have a problem with your body. Vete pa'l gym, okay? It's only fucking $10 a month. All right? Hey. Vete de aquí, mujer. Ballena, tu huele a pecado. Get your little fish and chips out of here, right? I don't want the fishy, okay? I don't want fishy. Who was? Yo, forget that. They don't want to touch on that, though. Even after. Yo, Shadow Ghost. Mira, she come to Pondro. Hey, Shadow, she come to Pondro boxing and she say, to get on knees over here. Mira esa gorda. Shout out to Shakur, bro. Shout out to the trainers as well, man. Don't need a gym. You need knee pads. No, you fucking with me, you're gonna need Patrick Ewing knee pads. Oíste, mujer. You messing with me, you're gonna need Patrick Ewing knee pads. For days, ahí me la mamada. I'm gonna have you la mamada. I mean, you're gonna be la mamada. No. I females. You think you're gonna come to Punch on boxing and disrespect me? Don't take pictures from the side. Let me see you. Take another picture and fix your bow. Let me see you straight up to see how fat. Una basura. Stop eating all the potato chips. Stop eating the potato chips. Smelling like Ocha Beach. De aquí, mujer. Smelling like Ocha Beach. Esa tigre. You smell like Ocha Beach. Ocha Beach, the dirtiest beach in New York City. Eso es lo que tú es, mujer. The dirtiest beach in New York City, that's who you are. What do you think about Tia's performance? Keisha, she on one. Look at the gay love arguing with, hey, you on my channel, mujer. You on my channel, okay? You on my channel. You free willy bitch. You on my channel. You type 2 diabetes, bitch. Fuck out of here. Respucia from Norbit. You're Respucia from Norbit, maldita fea. How you do it? Tio's corner is dead, man. Yeah, but I gotta see the fight. I gotta see the fight. I gotta see the fight. I'm really asking because I really I gotta see the fight. Hey yo, show me a paperwork. He said no, I did. How much you want to bet if you show me a paperwork of your? We're gonna see him there, huh? Thick ass blood, all that shit. Thank you, Gilbert. Huh? Mm-hmm. Time to get rid of the senior. I don't know. That's gonna be a call that just Teo's gonna have to do. And I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. We're gonna see. Think about it. Everybody been saying the same thing throughout his whole career. I just got on here, punch you, eat your crow. Of course, bro. I eat Billy Cruz. I'm giving out crow too. Because I said that Josh Kelly was gonna be background. I want you to be like a yo punch, yo, you pick Teo to be Shakur, but you did beat Josh Kelly, pick Josh Kelly to beat background. Or you're gonna eat your crow. Or you're gonna eat your crow. Oh no. Thank you, Billy Cruz. I appreciate that, right? He said facts. Facts you did. Yeah. Nobody's saying, yo, punch, yo, you pick Josh Kelly, yo, you been rocking with Josh Kelly. You've been saying about Josh Kelly for years. I told you that he was going to beat the Boogieman, that he ain't no Boogieman, that all he got was a left hook, and that left hook did land it. That left hook did land it, but that's all he had. Billy Cruz said I didn't have nobody in that fight. Yeah, okay. Teofimo looked flat-footed. He did look a little flat. I said that on the short video. He did look flat. He did look flat. But the thing is, I think that Shakur Stevenson, the way that he was like stepping on his toes and doing what he did I think that made him look more flat. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was tripping all over the place, but that was Shakur Stevenson doing neutralizing his jab and right hand. You know, for it didn't have that snap on it. It was bad. Love my kid with the $10 super chatty party game. Says salute to Shakur. I saw a post interview with Teo, was humble and real. He seemed more emotional about his father past and present antics. He was holding back real tears. A loss brings greatness. Yeah. I know, man. I know, man. That wasn't nice, man. My guy Teo, my guy senior brother. Yeah, man. That didn't look good, man. That didn't look good because it made it about, when somebody, you get mad because you didn't get the results that you wanted from your son, but you got to hold them down, especially in public, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was a lot of people got on Teofimo Lopez Sr. in the press conference because his father wasn't there. And then it wasn't a good look, man. It wasn't a good look. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they talk about it, hash it out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's their private father-son stuff. But, man, yeah, man. It didn't look right, man. It just ain't look right. Did you see Bud after the fight? Yeah. I didn't see it. As a matter of fact, who I saw Andy Cruz. I saw Andy Cruz after the fight. I spoke to Connor Ben in the lobby of one of the hotel the other day, and he was talking about that he wanted Rolly. Who else I spoke to? I spoke to Coach K. I was a Shushu, and Shushu, he was in the gym when he was cutting the weight in the last day. Shushu Carrington, shout out to Shushu Carrington. Great performance, man. Great emotions. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Shout out to the whole team, bro. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Shakur. Man. Shout out to these guys again, man. And Shakur deserves all the praise that he's getting right now. He deserves all the praise that he's getting right now. And Teofimo Lopez, he's gonna have a great comeback. Watch, he's gonna have a great comeback. He's gonna have a great comeback, and it might start bad this year. It's gonna end good this year. It's gonna end good. It's gonna end good. He said Tank stops Teo for sure. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, Tank ain't do good versus Lamar Roach. A lot of people thought that Lamar Roach was going to get knocked out in the 3rd round. We just never know in boxing. Everybody thought that Lamar Roach was going to get knocked out in the 3rd round. Look at that fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now y'all see Teo like that. Now Tank is going to knock out Teo, but Tank didn't knock out Lamar Roach. Lamar Roach had a draw with Pitbull Cruz as well. Roach beats Teo. Now, not everybody beats Teo because of yesterday, right? Now, everybody is Shakur, right? Everybody's Shakur now, huh? Everybody's Shakur now. Okay. All right. So now Lamar Roach beats Teo. That's the new narrative now? Because Shakur... How about Shakur beats Roach at 135 or 140? How about that? Nosotros. Dímelo, Panama. Nah, I don't want to drop the link today. Not today. Not today. Tomorrow. We drop the link tomorrow. Because I want to talk about more fights. I want to talk about really what's next. I really want to talk about really what's next. But I don't got enough time to have people on the panel and stuff like that. Everybody. Hey, yo. Low knows boxing, so I'll probably go live. Maybe I'm thinking about going live again because this is my crow eating live. I probably want to go live maybe like around 12 a.m. I'll go live later on, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think they could open up the panels and really talk about this in depth in an open panel and stuff like that. And see what's next for Shakur. The sky's the limit for Shakur. The opportunities, I believe, is there right now, even for Teofimo Lopez at 147. He got the stitches. I don't know how long he's gonna be prepared to get back in the ring and spar. I think maybe he need to stay locked in physically and mentally, man. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, he just never got his just due when he's on the top of his game. When he's doing great things, nobody give him his just due. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like us boxing, we need to praise when these fighters are doing great so they could keep on giving us that great shit. The great momentum. The more that we praise Shakur Stevenson, he's gonna want to do more great shit because we're telling him, yeah. People, Shakur, you see how Shakur was fighting with Cepeda and everybody appreciates Cepeda, that he went and fought the fight that he had with Teofimo Lopez. He feels the appreciation, so it's making him feel good. He's given that. Shakur now understands what we've been asking from him, as you know what I'm saying, in terms of entertainment value or staying and taking risks, staying in the middle of the ring and stuff like that. Now, he did it again. He captivated the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans in that way. He voided the frustrations, you know. He didn't fight like Jermaine Ortiz or Sandor Martin, running around and just waiting for the judges to try to give him something. He took it from the champion. And I think that Teofimo Lopez night. I think we've seen Teofimo Lopez fight better than that, or even approach better than that. I think that he got way more. He showed 50% of what he could do. And yes, Shakur Stevenson did what he had to do to neutralize certain things. I just think that Teofimo Lopez, there's certain things that he didn't even attempt. You know what I'm saying? If he would have attempted like he did in the 8th round, I saw that when Teo wanted to turn it up, Teo went like this to the fans. And when he went like that to the fans, body. And I'm like, my man, that's all you had to do. Now take it to the next round and do that. And I just think that He didn't press it like in that spurt because Shakur was there to give him Shakur was there to give him those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He gave him every opportunity to throw more punches, to capitalize from it. You're not going to hit him on every punch, but if you throw 3s and 4s, one of them is going to land. And that's why I feel like going into the fight that I to throw on the Shakur Stevenson. He needs to really throw 500 to 600 punches. You know what I'm saying? Because he got good defense, so he's not gonna hit him in every punch. But if you do combination after combination, not just one punch, not just that 2-3, he didn't throw enough. He didn't throw enough jab. He didn't dictate his. He didn't try to walk on the front door with a jab or nothing like that. He wasn't creative, and that was unlike Teo. That was unlike Teo. It was nothing like the way that he approached Honor Barbosa. And I'm not saying that Shakur is Honor Barbosa, but you could see it in the effort. You could see it in the approach. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a good fight. Now, the momentum. Hey, how about, I was going to say to you, yeah, if he's going to go to 147, I got to get that Devin Haney fight now. Fuck it. Get the Devin Haney fight away on Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios next week or in a couple of weeks. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. I'll probably go live back again 12 a.m. tonight. Let me get something to eat, man. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.